Gives a Minute D-Live stream.
Hell. G'day D-Live and welcome back to the Gives a Minute D-Live stream for a Wednesday afternoon affair. It has just gone 5 minutes to 3 in the PM for me. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening to you. Whatever the time it is, wherever you're consuming this content, you're always welcome right here on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Looking into the chit chat, I gotta do some scrolling here, folks. I gotta scroll back up. I see Music Man, I see Davo, I see Net TV, I see Giggle Pickles, I see James in Germany, I see Venus, I see Lady Crocetta, I see 7 cheerses, 7 crew, therefore 7 cheerses, because everyone gets a freaking cheers when they join the Gives a Minute D-Live stream chit chat. This is a tall glass. I gotta take a swig off the top here. That's a full glass, 7 cheerses, this microscope, this microphone, when they collide, that represents the cheers. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. 6, 7. 7 freaking cheerses. Because everyone gets a cheers when they join the chit chat. Who did that? Lady Crocetta and Net TV. Thank you, Lady Crocetta. Thank you, Net TV. First of all, apologies for my voice. I'm a little croaky here. I'm teetering on the edge of getting some illness. It's been bugging me for the last 2 to 3 days. It's very similar to the thing I had about a week and a half ago. I don't know if I didn't kick it properly. Either way, it's back. I'm going to push through though. I'm going to push through because I do enjoy these cryptocurrency streams. Every Wednesday we do a cryptocurrency stream. Not only here is it on D-Live, but it's going out across the stratospheric. Wow! Mayonnaise! Goodness gracious me. Blubber Bob, thank you for the ice cream and lemon. Cheers, my friend. Not only is it on D-Live, but it's also going right out there across the internet machine. I'm restreaming this over to, well, Facebook's. Hello, Facebook machine. I'm restreaming this to YouTube, to Twitch, to Trovo, to Bitwave. The idea is that the reach goes deep and wide. But essentially, I really want to bring you all over to dlive.tv. But that's neither here nor there because I'm going to restream this whole thing to those places. Aside from Facebook, I'll pull the pin on Facebook at some point. But if you're watching on YouTube, you'll get the whole stream today because it's cryptocurrency, so we let it roll the whole time. But otherwise, the deal is, if you want to partake in the chit-chat, you want to converse with me, I'm only looking at one chat. It's my D-Live chat. This is the big screen chat I've got here. If you're chatting to me on any other platform, I'm not even seeing it. It's only this one. That's why you got to come over to the URL, dlive.tv/givesaminute, if you want to chat to me. Now, having said that, just a little quick tidbit of what we're going to look at today. These are all viewer requests as well. Tezos. We're going to look at Hive, the Hive blockchain. I don't know anything about either of these two things. Then we've got lined up. Wow! I know, it's exciting, right? Who did that? Bear Lover, thank you, Bear Lover. Cheers, my friend. I'll give you a little cheers as well. Thank you, my friend. Then we're going to look at Storm X. So there's 3 big things we're going to look at. Tezos, Hive blockchain, and Storm X. These are 3 different requests, well, not requests, but suggestions from the givers that we've got tabbed, and now we'll try to work our way through those tabs, and that's what's come up this week. I do have a question though. I'll get through the chat, I'll say hello to the chat, but I do have a question. If we do see some hexagons, I've got a question. It's now about 2.5 to 3 weeks since this Pulse chain announcement, this forking of the Ethereum blockchain. Richard Hart's doing this. We've had about 3 weeks to sort of settle on this, and I did come up with a question. So if we see any hexagons, we'll just ask the question. It's probably going to be a pretty simple answer. That said, we could also take a look at my hex stakes. I don't know, we probably should be doing this weekly as well, because holy crab apples, they're going up. Last I saw, my total hex was worth 8 grand, which Was not that when I began. I can tell you now, it was like under $300, I think, when I began. Before we do all that, though, it's going to go back up in the chit chat and say hello to the chit chat. Music Man says, Michael 20HD, I just can't show live sports. Okay. Devo says, hey Gives, today is Wednesday, the May of 12th. Wednesday, May the 12th. You wrote that backwards, but I understood it. May the 12th, 2021. It is now 9 a.m. Excuse me. To me on a Wednesday morning for me. Devo, you sound like you're still asleep, dude. I'll read this as you've written it. Hey, gives a minute. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesdays, the May of 12, 2021, and now it 9 a.m. to me on a Wednesday morning for me. I would say you were still asleep when you wrote that, but I appreciate you getting in my chat super early. That's ages ago, because it's now 3 p.m. and we're in the same time zone, but I appreciate that. I want to say good morning to you, mate, and have a great day. Hopefully I'll be on your stream later on today, buddy. Take care. There you go. Thank you, Davo. Appreciate that, man. I wasn't pulling you apart. I was just commenting on the way you chose to word that. NetTV, welcome to the Givers. Thank you, NetTV. Gives a minute the surfing sticker. Giggle Pickles, I am here. Gigs, how you doing down there? Giggle Pickles always hangs out below my desk here. She gives 2 taps to let me know she's okay. She gives 2 taps to let me know she's okay. I said she gives 2 taps. There it is, to let me know she's okay. That took a little while. Get back onto the table, Gives. NetTV. Good morning, Givers. Gives. G'day, James. How you doing, man? I'm already there, NetTV. Venus L. Morgan James. Morgan. Nope, it's night here, but cheers anyway. Morgan James. Morgan Giggles. Hi, Giggles. Hi, Gives. Lady Crochetta. Good evening, NetTV. Good evening, NetTV. Ah, shit. Lady Crochetta with the diamond. Sorry, the ice cream. Sorry, my bad. I can't see. The lemon. I'm a little off sorts here. Just did a 12K fitness walk. Come back. Little parched. Little croaky throat. Early givers, morning gives, and givers to all over the great wide world. Blubber Bob, what a lovely thing to come in with. Thank you, my friend. Hey, Blubber Bob, Venus L with the lemon. Ethereum 4,300. I know, dude. I bought Ethereum. I feel like I bought that back when it was just over $1,000. That's been good though. I didn't buy much of it. I got 80% Bitcoin. 10% ETH and 10% altcoins. We should have swapped out Bitcoin for the ETH for the rise. NetTV, you little day trader. You little day trader. Dude, NetTV, I know you always say you don't like trading and you're always regretting doing it, but I will need your help at some point because, like you know this, right? But I'm using that Stormgain Bitcoin miner. Now, you might say, what were you doing that for? But it's such a simple thing. You just press the button once every 4 hours, and when it accumulates to $10 US, you can take that out and trade it on their site. And whatever the gain you make, you keep. You don't keep the tenner, you keep the gain. So the first time I got to $10, I took it out and I put it all on red and lost it. So I'm gonna get, that was actually $12. I'm gonna get to $24, and when it gets to 24, I want to take that out and I want to make a day trade. I want to trade $24 on the Stormgain exchange on any coin you recommend or anybody else when it gets there, and let's see what we can do. We want to do a short-term gain, maximizing that 24 as a little test, right? And what we might find at that point is that it's just as easy to lose it as it is to press that button to get it every 4 hours, right? Every 4 hours you press this button and you accumulate Bitcoin to the value of $10 US, and then you can trade it on their exchanges. I'm not really interested in any of these coins. Sell me on it. NetTV, I don't know anything about. By the way, Hive isn't a coin. Hive is a blockchain, so that's going to be interesting. I'm not sure about either of these either. Like, let me be clear. I'm just doing this because of their requests, and we could stumble upon something that's really rad that we might want to invest in. Tap, there it is, Giggles. Blue-eyed skis. Hey, Blue Skis, how you doing? How you doing, Blue Skis? Good to see you. Hey, Diva, sorry for the flyby earlier. No worries. Johnson's in the house. Johnson. Hello. Hello, Johnson. Before you start your normal show, check out the price of this crypto. YFI. YFI. Oh, you want me to check that? Oh, crikey. Doug, hey Ben, I'm not going to hang around. Work commitments. Have a good stream. No worries. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for letting me know, man. Thanks for have a good time too, man. Never heard of it till today. Was shocked at the price. I need a list of coins for that trading situation. Yeah, okay. Well, what we'll do, I'll keep letting you know as we get closer every week. I mean, I've just gone over the $10 mark. So, and it'll be another couple of weeks until it gets to $24 value US. So I'll let you know, but... So what am I doing? Checking out the price of YFI. Let me just go and have a quick look at that. Go to CoinMarketCap. Let's go over here. CoinMarketCap. Love the shirt, Gibbs. Oh, you love this one, yeah? Kingswood. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to choose a song. Maybe you'll choose the Kingswood song. Maybe you won't. Let's have a look at YFI. Yearn Finance. The price is 86,000. It's up 40%. Why is this the case? What is this? This is the chart here. The chart begins August last year and goes to May this year. August last year it popped in at around about 1,200. Right now we're looking at 86,000. Well, la-di-da-di-da, what the hell went on here? What are we looking at? Let's go down to 7-day chart. 7-day chart. On the 10th of May, we were at 54, so that's still not far out enough. Let's go down to a 1-month chart. 48K, 3-month chart. Down, we had a little low there of 36. Let's go down to a year chart. So this is pretty much its history. So it came in at 2,000. When did that become 3,000? It went from in 2020, around about my birthday, 2020, it was about 4 grand, and then by late September, or by early September, 34 grand. And then it dropped. It had a bit of a drop back down to 8. So if you draw your little lines on this chart, which I don't even know how to do. I mean, I've never heard of it, but that's some pretty damn strong gains. What is it? Why Yearn Finance? What is Yearn Finance? Yearn Finance is an aggregator service for decentralized finance investors, DeFi, using automation to allow them to maximize profits from yield farming. Its goal is to simplify the ever-expanding DeFi space for investors who are not technically minded or who wish to interact in a less committal manner than serious traders. Launched in February 2020, the service, formerly known as iEarn, has seen huge growth in recent months as new products debuted and developers released in-house token YFI. Who are the founders? Oh, crikey. Oh, what happened? Yearn Finance is the brainchild of Andre Cronje. What a cool name, Andre Cronje. Blah, 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 blah. What makes Yearn Finance unique? Yearn Finance set out to simplify. Yes. New features continue to be rolled out. Okay. Now, when you see something like this, I think the important thing to remember is that we've missed it, right? Let's go down to the 7-day chart. We've missed this, right? It's already at the 80,000 mark, so we've missed it. So if you were gonna get inspired and motivated, my suggestion, of course, NFA, not financial advice, my suggestion would be calm down. We missed it. Maybe keep an eye on for the dip, and if you think that this is strong enough to go back, we have seen dips in there before. We have seen dips if you go back to the all-time chart. We've seen a few dips, right? Not quite anywhere near the all-time high, 41,000 versus 86 right now. But we have seen dips here. There's a dip here, a drop off back to 41. back to 40,000, a drop off down here to 29,000. So you may keep an eye on this. You may want to keep an eye on it. I won't be buying it. Net TV. I mean, these kind of things are intriguing, right? To see these charts, to see this happen, it is intriguing. It's intriguing. I guess the goal here is to spot this before it happens, right? But there you go, folks. YFI. Now, let me also say this. We might be scoffing at this because 86,000 right now, maybe 186,000 this time next year. So maybe even getting in now still might be a good idea. Crikey. But thank you for alerting it to my attention. YFI, Yearn Finance. Interesting, 86,000. Very interesting. I'm looking at it now. I wish I hadn't seen it, to be honest. I'm going to be keeping my eye on that one. But yeah, we're going to move in our content very, very soon. We're also going to obviously have a look at my bankroll divs. We'll roll all that stuff over. I had the hexagon question. I guess I'll just roll this question out now, just in case someone is just lurking and not chatting in their hexagon. So we've learned about this pulse chain, which is going to see Ethereum network fees, the gas fees, are way high, right? Stupidly high. Pulse chain is going to provide an alternative, right? Not fix these ETH fees. Just because the pulse chain mayonnaise, right? Thank you, Gigapickles. Thank you, Gigapickles. You're still looking at that. You're still looking at YFI. Looking at the orders going through on Binance, hundreds of thousands, and someone was me. Crikey. I don't have any money to. I scraped together $2,000 when Bitcoin dropped to 48. That's the best I could do. So Pulse Chain is going to provide an alternative. It's not going to fix the high gas prices on the Ethereum network. If I understand correctly, it's not going to change the Ethereum network at all, really. It's an addition to it. It's a fork, right? It's a spiraling off, doing its own thing. So you're gonna basically have, now we all know that there's gonna be a trade or a duplicate, sorry, not trade, a duplicate, where you're gonna, whatever you have in Hex or whatever you have in a private wallet on ERC20 token, you are gonna get a duplicate right across the board into your Pulse Chain wallet. By the way, that also includes gaze. James in Germany. If you've got gaze, maybe now's the time to put it into a private wallet. Just saying. I'm not going to do that myself because I want to start staking on Gaze TV, but because that's an ERC20. My question is, you get this fork, a fork in a road, so the road starts going either way, and you go both. You get given a whole bunch of duplicate coins or duplicate assets on this Pulse Chain. So what happens to your Hex on Ethereum? What happens to your Hex stakes? If I'm understanding correctly, nothing happens. And so when it comes time, like it did for me 2 weeks ago, to either roll over the stakes or unstake if you're going to cop the loss and run, you're still going to pay the high Ethereum gas fees. So while it does provide an alternative, and a great alternative, and it's duplicating your coins, so you could say, yeah, but whatever you lose there, you've already doubled up here on this anyway. And to that, I'd say, great. And if I'm understanding that correctly, I'm family friendly, that's ducking excellent. However, what about that? Like, what does that do to the Hex value? Because if I understand correctly, Hex is still going to exist on Ethereum. There'll just be Pulse Chain. It won't even be Pulse Hex, it'll be Pulse Chain. So I just don't know what to say, because are we going to see a massive devaluing in Hex? Because everybody that has Hex staked, they know they're going to cop these massive fees when they want to do anything with it. So instead, they go over and start using Pulse Chain, and they start neglecting the Hex investments. Like what? Like unless I've got it all wrong, unless I understand it wrong, if it is the way I think it is, and nothing changes with, like, the starting of Pulse Chain doesn't change anything to do with Hex, right? You could effectively just continue on your merry way with your Hex stakes and cop the loss on the Ethereum network fees whenever you want to do anything. Or you could say, well, I got a doubling up of whatever I had there onto here, and so duck that, I'm going to focus on this, and therefore Hex has less value. That's the way that's kind of what I've been trying to sort of logically conclude in my limited scope of this. That's what I've been trying to wrestle with. Because right now, Hex is flying, right? My Hex is worth about $8,000. And I did not put anywhere near that into it, but the value in USD is about $8,000 right now. And that's just with, I've only rolled over 2 stakes. So as soon as the Pulse Chain launches, does that devalue the value of Hex? I guess is my ultimate question. If it's not going to affect the network fees on the Ethereum blockchain, which it isn't, clearly, then what, aside from doubling up your Hex, what is the actual point of it? It's providing, it sounds like it's providing an alternative place to transact with your Hex, but yet the Hex stakes still exist on the Ethereum blockchain. Am I right with that? I guess I'm not going to get an answer I'm not going to get an answer unless we have a hexagon to answer. But that's how it looks to me. NetTV, most of what Richard Hart is based on popularity. Most of what he says, I think you missed a word there. If no one backs what he says, it'll be worthless. You've just basically summarized what value is. Value is what the people say something's worth. So you've just nailed it. Yeah, exactly. I don't have a problem with that. People put value on something, and therefore the item is valuable. It's not what... There's no intrinsic value in gold, except that people put value to it. I know it sounds odd. It sounds odd, yeah, but that's like... You could say, well, this glass is worth millions of dollars. If people want to pay that for this glass, then this glass is $1 million worth of glass. But whatever people want to pay, right? The value of something is what people will pay for it. And if people are valuing what Richard Hart's doing, which is obviously the case, I'm not denying it. Like, take a look at my Hex stakes, right? I'm not denying that. It's rad. What I'm worried about is this Pulse Chain fork. It's just an addition. It's not actually fixing anything, right? I think fixing is the wrong word. We're not fixing these massive fees on the Ethereum network. We're just going somewhere else. And to make it sweet, it's like, well, we know it's shit over there. We know it, sorry, family friendly. We know it's sugar, honey, ice, and tea over there, but to get you to come over here, we're just going to double what you've got over there. So don't worry. Even if you just leave it for 20 years, like leave it for 555 and don't worry about it. When it comes down to the Ethereum fee, you're going to have made that anyway on the Pulse Chain already. That could be where this is, right? That could be what I'm missing. You're going to make such gains on the Pulse Chain that whatever you lose on the Ethereum transactions, you'll be like, dude, I made 8-fold that doing one thing over here. Like, are Grey Power going to invest in Hart's project? I'm not too sure who Grey Power is. But is the Pulse Chain going to be just a new copycat of Ethereum? Essentially, it's going to be, if I understand correctly, yes, but better with no fees or extremely minimal fees. And whatever you hold in ERC20 tokens in a private, not on an exchange, in a private wallet, you will get a duplicate of that. So just out of curiosity, I hold about 300,000 Gaze tokens. Remember I told you about uploading to Gaze TV when it was 1 second gave you a 1 Gaze token? 1 second of upload gave you 1 Gaze token. Well, that golden day has changed. Now 1 second gives you 0.1 Gaze token. But I managed to nab about 330,000 of those tokens. So, their ERC20, if I cop the loss right now and dumped those from Gaze TV into my cold wallet, into my private wallet, my Metamask, if I did that, I'd cop probably a fee of maybe 50 or 60 bucks to do that, because Ethereum bends you over. But then, when this fork happens, I get that doubled up anyway. Sugar honey iced tea, I love that. Yeah, that's what we used to say as kids, eh? Like, I don't want to say the word, but I'll just put out phonetically the first letter. I personally don't like the guy. NetTV's talking about Richard Hart, even though he seems really clever. I gotta be honest, I've been watching a lot of his old interviews. He is extremely eloquent, extremely knowledgeable, and just... I watched an interview where he was getting absolutely reamed by the interviewer, and I use those terms lightly because the guy was just a prick, basically. And he was just like, dude, we can stay on this for as long as... The guy was just saying things like, you're a scammer, you're a scammer, you're a scammer. And he'd be like, well, do we want to define what a scammer is? And like, who have I scammed, and where's the history of my scamming? No, you're a scammer, you're a scammer. I just want to say you're a scammer, you're a scammer. And he's like, okay, well, we want to add any value here? Do we want to give the audience... No, I want to just say you're a scammer all the time, so whenever someone watches this back, all they hear is that you're a scammer. And he's like, well, at some point, that's going to get tedious, because we've both got things we could learn here. You think I'm a scammer. I'm asking you to define what that actually means, and then we can go from there. But you won't even entertain that. You're just going to blanket call me a scammer. So I was admiring how placid he was when he was getting reamed by... yeah, just a lousy interview. And that's well before, or that's the beginning of the Hex days. I watched a video today, Scott C. Business, Scott Cunningham. He's a Canadian guy. I love his stuff, but he's dead set against Hex, and he's dead set against BitClout, and he's dead set against nearly everything, right? Except I watched a video where he was mentioning Hex and how bad it is and how much of a scam it is. And I just put a comment in his video, and I just said, and I didn't say like, I'm a Hex investor, or I believe it, or blah blah blah, fanboy fan. I didn't say anything like that. I just said, what would it take for Hex to not be defined as a scam? That was one sentence. Then the second sentence was, because as I understand it, again, not me saying I've got it. I didn't say that, even though I do. I said, because as I understand it, a lot of people have made a lot of money and are continuing to make a lot of money on this. So when does it stop becoming a scam? Like, if it's a scam, where are the scammed? All you see is people saying it's a scam. You don't see people going, hey man, I got scammed by Hex. I got totally scammed by Hex. In fact, you see the opposite. You see people saying, dude, I managed to pay off my student loan with that. I managed to nab an abnormal amount of money in a small amount of time because of Hex. You don't see people saying, it ripped me off, blah, blah, blah. You see people saying, he's a scammer, the thing's a scam. But how long in history do we have to go until that sort of changes, where people go, oh, maybe scam wasn't the right word. Maybe it was a little sketchy and a little confusing. Maybe we didn't really understand how it worked. And maybe now's the time to squat that mosquito. Now's the time to be going, yeah, okay, well, maybe we were wrong. Let's have a look. You can stick to your guns, and this Scott Cunningham guy definitely sticks to his guns. So I just put that little comment thinking, it's a pretty placid comment. It's just an open-ended couple of questions. 13 Arbor, how you doing, man? What do you think about crypto on the environment? I didn't even give you a cheers, dude. Sorry, my friend. What do I think about cryptocurrency on the... Oh, you mean like the cost involved in like mining Bitcoin and having like mining farms and stuff? I haven't really thought about it too much. Speaking of the environment, it's getting cold down under. Lucky I've got my Gives a Minute Ugg boots. Thank you, Charlotte Rose. Yeah, I don't really mine anything. I mean, I do use a little bit of that, the big scam one, Minergate. I have that running every now and then, and I do have a little bit of the Theta Edge node going when I'm not doing anything on my computer. But I don't have like. Have you ever seen Boomer Live's mining rig? He's got photos on Twitter right now, dude. That guy. I'm sure he's consuming more electricity than nearly 10/8 most of his population in his town. He's using all their power, but he's paying for it. You know, I don't know, dude. I don't have a take on that because the way I see it, electricity, power, give me fuel, give me fire, give me pa-pa-ta-pa-ta. The way I see that is we all use it. Some of us use more of it than others, and they're using it for a different purpose, which is fine. They decided to do that. We could all do that, or we could all do that to a degree if we wanted to. I personally don't want to do that. I guess it's more of a thing where if the world's running out of electricity and fossil fuels, then maybe it's time to start looking elsewhere where we get that. I mean, I got an ocean right here. I don't understand why we don't use the ocean to generate power. Then maybe I'd start running a sequence of graphics cards from the beach up to my house and getting the water to power. I'm just saying, right? Why don't we use that? The ocean currents and the tides are there every day, but that's energy that just, aside from surfing, no one else uses that energy. We use it as the energy forms waves and we ride them, but no one else uses it. You're in a position you can use funds you didn't do hard labor on to invest, so it's worth a punt. Oh, me on Hex? Yeah, so that's the thing. Aside from the BTT, do you remember me taking BTT out and putting it into Hex? And that probably totals a value of about... Dude, it'd be under $100, surely. I'm not too sure what BTT was at that point, but it would be under $100. And let's have a look. Let's have a look at my Hex right now, because last I checked it was $8,000. And like, yeah, I put in a little of my own money in terms of BTT, but then the Hexicans came in and went, hello, let's go over here. So this is my Brave browser. I'll say it again, folks. You might as well use the Brave browser. If you're going to use a browser, which you are, if you're going to surf the internet, you might as well get paid to use one. I've been using the Brave browser for a little while now. I got 6.8 basic attention tokens to the value of almost $10 right there. You might as well use it, folks. Let's open up Metamask. It's going to be a series of dots to get me in. If you want to copy these dots, that's how you do it. So let's go to gohex.com. Excuse me. The old water wheel power, Giggle Pickles, right on. Why don't we use it? Excuse me. Oh, cracky. Apologies again for this hideousness. If we go down to, if we click stake here. My stakes is, can you see that? Make it larger for you font-wise. So total value right here. $8,653. So at that particular point, and Hex is worth 4 cents right now, right? Imagine, just imagine what that'll say if Hex got to $1. Just imagine what that number would be. I'm just saying, right? Like that's why I made the question, and I didn't say to Scott Cunningham that I've got $8,000 there as an. I didn't say anything. I just said, what would it take? Like, what part of history will we need to get to until the word scam gets dropped? And then the follow-up was, because I understand a lot of people are making a lot of money and continue to make a lot of money on this. So therefore, where are those that are being scammed? Where are those people that have been scammed on it? I don't know. I don't see it. And there's an example. I mean, yeah, I probably I'd approximate what I put into that being less than $100, to be completely frank. And now it's worth that. And that's when one Hex is worth 0.4 cents. Imagine if it got to $1. Dude, if that got to $1, well, I mean, look at the value of that, right? So, and you're getting double that as soon as the fork happens. I mean, I haven't got to sell it to you, do I? I don't want to sell it to you. I'm not here to sell it to you. I'm just wondering, because when I heard about this, I knew nothing. Right? I knew nothing about it. I still don't know a great deal about it, But when you look at the return, what I don't feel like I'm being scammed here when I look at those numbers. I don't feel like I'm being scammed at all. Your opinion may differ. I'll tell you what we're going to do, folks. We're going to take a break here. I'm going to end the restream on the Facebook machine. Then we're going to come back in and we're going to learn about Tezos. We're also going to do my bankroll divs. We'll do that. We'll learn about Tezos. We'll learn about the Hive network. We'll learn about... what's the other one? I can't recall. Storm X. Storm X. So what we'll do here, I'll give you another quick reminder. If you're watching on any of the other platforms, the Restream style platforms, you best get your sweet can all over here. dlive.tv/GibsMinute. That's where this stream will live in its entirety. And I will be ending it on the Facebook machine, but I will keep it running on the YouTubes and the Twitch and the Trovo and all the other Yahoos. But I will end it on Facebook. So, to end it on Facebook, I'm going to go and get a coffee. To get to the coffee, and to come back afterwards, on the screen there are 18 bands. These bands are all related to me, not cryptocurrency. Not a currency crypto band. Cryptocurrency. So I'd like you guys to choose what you want to hear from on this list. I'll read out the numbers and then you guys put in the chit chat which one you want to hear from. When we get a consensus of at least 2 of you choosing the same, we'll play that. Number 1 is Tracer. Number 2 is Black Aces. Number 3 is Ween. Number 4 is The Shiny Brights. Number 5 is Peter Bibby. Number 6 is Burn Collect. Number 7 is Tracer Acoustic in Bonn, Germany. Number 8 is Triggerfinger. Number 9, Dappled Cities. Number 10 is Tracer Electric in the Basque Country. Number 11 is the Delta Saints. Number 12, King of the North. Number 13, Everyday Circus. Number 14, Tommy Rutland. Number 15, Gilgamesh. Number 16, Tracer. Number 17, Loot. Number 18, Kingswood. Gilgamesh. Giggle Pickles says 18. And Lady Crochetta says 18. Well, folks, this is Kingswood. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Slightly Random Daily Song! Kingswood! See this t-shirt? See this band? Kingswood happens to be a suburb in New South Wales, also a vehicle and a band from Victoria, Australia. Now, here's the thing. I've no connection to this band at all. I like the band. I bought the t-shirt to show support and I photographed their show on this tour and they were lovely gentlemen. The show was at Waves, which is a little ways north here, Taraji, and I've got nothing at all to add about this band except that, well, this album, this tour shirt, is the album artwork. The album is called Microscopic Wars. That was in 2014. I photographed the show in September 2014 and it was good. So, no connection. So all I'm gonna do is play you the song that I liked on the album. I think it was a single. It's called I Can Feel That You Don't Love Me. It's kind of a cruisy mellow one. Let me slide you down here. About here. On this angel. Like that. That's a pretty good angel for you. This is the Kingswood t-shirt. Microscopic Wars was the tour and the album. Enjoy. I Can Feel That You Don't Love Me. That You Don't Love Me from the Microscopic Wars album. What did you think? Did you enjoy that? Beautiful morning here. I'm gonna go surfing. I'm gonna sit down and listen to the rest of this album before I do that though, and while I do that, you guys can go back to the live stream. Oh, you're there, aren't you? I know you're back. I can feel it. I can feel that you're back. Yes, you are. Crikey. I was too busy looking at my DLive app. I'm using my app on my iPad now to make certain that we can look at streams once we host them. There's a little technical glitch going on. And finding the app a little funky. And mainly because it's sideways. I think if the iPad was vertical, not horizontal, it'd be a little bit cleaner, but it looks a little funkified. So maybe I'll keep the browser version open as well as that one. But I did end the Facebook restream, so it's just the Yahoos that are on the Twitch, the YouTube, the Trovo, the DLive, and the Bitwave. The other ones are out of here. So let's move in and on. Is that golden sand and turquoise water so nice? Yeah, Tumbleweed, how you doing, man? G'day, Tumbleweed, how you going? And thank you for the lemons, Music Man and Tumbleweed. Appreciate you. I got the keyboard working. Good track. You dig it? You dig it, Tumbleweed? Let's move in over here and have a look. That's Hex again. Let's go back and have a look at my... I'm logged in with my Tronlink wallet here. So let us go and have a look at Bankroll Network divs for this week. The Bankroll Network divs. So this week we are going to have a look at my strong... Let's go to Stockpile first, the lousy one. Stockpile is my lousy, or not lousy, but the least I've invested in. The divs this week are not very much at all, 4 cents. So not even worth talking about. Let's roll those over. Get them done. Rolled over to count to go to 16. Count will go to 16. Count will go to 16. Count will go to 16. Did I not do that? What happened? What happened? What happened? Did I not hit do it? Maybe I didn't hit do it. Doge got hit hard? I don't think I hit roll. Transaction complete. No, I did hit it. Did I roll them over twice? Crikey. Doge got hit hard? Not really. Wasn't that hard, was it? I guess, what, it went from 40... It went from about 40 cents to... It got to 60 cents at one point, didn't it? How come this isn't refreshing, folks? It got to 75 cents. Wow, that's pretty rad. And now, what is it now? It's back down again, is it? What's Doge at? Coin market cap. What's Doge boy? It's at 49. I wouldn't say that got hit bad. It's not that bad. Let's go to the 1 month chart. I mean, considering it was worth nothing in April, and now it's still worth, what, 47 cents there, 49 cents. I wouldn't say that's too bad. I mean, it all-time high of 73. I wouldn't say that's too bad. I wonder what this moon thing's going to do, right? He's literally going to put it on the moon. Well, I'm not sure why this isn't working, folks. Let's just have a look at my energy's been depleted, so it should have. I guess the website's just sketching out, because if you look in the Tronlink. Yeah, but we didn't buy in April. I know, because grizzle. I was told not to, right? I was told not to. I was ready to put $1,000 down. I was ready to do $1,000 on Dogecoin. I got laughed at for it. Got laughed at. Decided not to. Should have. Didn't. Hindsight. You know how it goes. I'm not too sure why this isn't working, folks, but it did take all my energy. I did for the fad. You did? Yeah, rad. By the way, look at both here. Then it jumped. So you're upset? Are you upset, Tumbleweed? Sorry, I mean I'm just reading two things here. You bought in. I had one. You bought one Dogecoin at 70 cents? No, you must have bought more than one, dude. I used to buy Doge in 2017 as a conversation coin. Net TV. Why am I not seeing... Hold on. Transactions. System contract. So it did work. Reward claim. Okay. It was 0.00002 back then. Wow, that's strong gains. What I was going to say here, folks, look at the Comtech token. Comtech token and Comtech token ERC20. Not ERC20. TR. What's the... Rad. So what I'm just wondering why this isn't reflecting correctly. Let me refresh the page there. Bankrolls being a bit of a pain. That should be 16 rolls. It says 15. Anyway, let's take a look at stockpile. Sorry, stronghold. This is the one that usually returns me bigger divs, right? So this week, yeah, this week I've earned $23 on these divs on stronghold. $23. Now, if we roll this over, I'll be burning some TRX. That's cool. Transaction complete. You can view your transaction on Tronscan. Let's view the transaction. Fail. Why did it fail? Oh, I froze more TRX. You idiot. Okay, so this is a good learning curve here, folks. None of these have worked. The reason they haven't worked is because I actually did go in and freeze more TRX. And you know what? Stupid idiot. Wow! Music Man, thank you for the lemon. Thank you, Music Man. Stupid idiot of me. I froze more TRX, but the the amount of TRX you have doesn't split them up from frozen and unfrozen. So I must have frozen balance 496. Available balance, not even a single TRX. You idiot. Alright, let's unfreeze it. I really stink. When did I freeze it? I hope it's more than 24 hours. Now this isn't working. Just refresh that. Is Australia part of Bretton Woods? I don't know what that means. What is Bretton Woods? Leave it? Leave what? I've got to unfreeze some here. But this site's a little, well, it's a little clunky right now. I'm just going to reload that page. Yeah, that didn't work either. Okay, here we go. Oh, they've changed that as well. Ah, damn. They keep changing it. Where is it again? Oh, here we go. Freeze here. Okay, man, that was much easier because it's literally right in front of you. So what we're going to do is unfreeze the amount that I just recently froze, and we will see where it is here. For personal use, where is it? Where is my... Hey, Music Man, we're not going to take links, dude. We're literally doing a cryptocurrency stream. If anyone else wants to check that link, you're welcome to. Okay, so this is what I've done wrong here. This one here, I froze 200 TRX. this guy here. 1 day ago. And it's not... I got a freeze for at least 3 days, so I've messed up. So we won't be checking my bank. We won't be rolling over my bankroll divs this month, folks. I mean this week. We'll have to do it next week. Quantum, thanks for the 2 lemons, man. Quantum, cheers, my friend. So instead, hey, that was a bad cheers. Instead, let's leave that there and take a note. Take a note that there's 23 bucks there, and that means next week, theoretically, it should be around about at least 40 bucks to roll over. Let's get rid of that. Let us move into Tezos. What is Tezos? I do not know. Let us learn. Tumbleweed, thank you for the lemon. Thank you, Tumbleweed. Tezos, security focused. You guys can see this. Let me yeah, let me read. Let me make this font larger if I can. There we go. Tezos is an open source platform. By the way, whoever requested Tezos, here it is. I'm not too sure who requested it. It was a while ago. As you can see up above, there are a lot of tabs up here which we're working our way through. Tezos was one that was requested. Whoever it was, this is your chance to talk about it. Tezos is an open source platform for assets and applications backed by a global community of validators, researchers, and builders. Now, just be aware when you read this stuff, all of that stuff you've heard before, right? That exact verbiage is what a lot of cryptocurrencies are. It's an open source platform for assets and applications backed by a global community of validators, researchers, and builders. G'day, Charles. How you doing, man? What's up, Gibbs? G'day, Charles. Tezos addresses key barriers facing blockchain adoption to date. Smart contract safety, long-term upgradability, and open participation. So you have to use your GPU and CPU. Depends. Secure institutional-grade smart contracts. Tezos is designed to provide the safety and code correctness required for assets and other high-value use cases. Its native smart contract language, Michelson, facilitates formal verification, a methodology commonly used in mission-critical environments such as the aerospace, nuclear, and semiconductor. Mayunas, wow! Who did that? Charles, thanks, man. Industries? Cheers, Charles. It's like the Kern stuff. I'm not too sure what Kern is. Upgradable to the state-of-the-art, Tezos modular architecture and formal upgrade mechanisms allow the network to propose and adopt new technological innovations smoothly as they emerge. These aspects, combined with Tezos on-chain invoicing mechanism, enable the protocol to remain state-of-the-art long into the future. Okay. It's a CERN is a token, is it? Okay. It says here, open participation and incentive alignment. In Tezos, all stakeholders may participate in network upgrades by evaluating, proposing, or approving amendments. Unlike in proof of work and proof of stake networks, all stakeholders can help to secure the network via baking or delegating. Now, there's a term I haven't heard before, baking. Somebody's baking brownies, and avoid being diluted by inflation. Are you interested in working on Tezos? No. Current openings. So what we've got there is their little page there, but I do have. We always take 3 different links to learn about this, 3 different videos about this product or whatever we're learning about. In this case, Tezos. Now this went up online May this year, so it's kind of recent. Let's take a look what this video explains.
What is Tezos? XTZ, self-amending blockchain. Coin owners are able to vote for changing rules.
First thing to note, I've been saying it wrong. It's not Tezos, it's Tezos. Now that's weird. There'd be two E's if it was Tezos. You use your computer to solve maths, basically. Yeah, that's how all validators work. They're solving equations.
Self-amending blockchain. Coin owners are able to vote for changing rules, and the software would automatically update to ensure the changes were made. Welcome to Tezos ecosystem. I'm Tony from KK Technologies. Let's discover Tezos together. Think about a truly decentralized system at all levels. Discovering blocks, broadcasts transactions, validates transactions.
By using your power and network tumbleweed. Exactly. That's how it works. That's how miners work. And the idea is that you would offset the cost of the power and the network in what you earn to do the mining. I don't know how that's done exactly. I'm not really looking into it like that. But I know someone who does, and they make quite a fair amount of money per month on it. Mr. Abaddon, how you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. Tezos invented delegated proof of stake. Liquid staking, you can spend your funds whenever without unstaking. Oh, wow. Was this your suggestion to learn about Tezos, dude? Because it was a while ago, but this could be, hopefully. It's an okay gain.
Actions.
I'm just going to pause this for a second, and I'm going to show you a Twitter account. Let's go to Twitter and search for Boomer Live. This is a streamer, doesn't do so much D-Live anymore. He used to be a global partner here. Just speaking about his mining rig. 13 hours ago, this is his old mining rig setup. So he mines at home. This is his old rig. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 graphics cards there. Fans all blazing. This is his new rig. So if you ever wanted to get into this, now look, I don't want to get into this, but if you do want to get into it, I would suggest dropping a DM to Boomer and saying, hey man, can you give me a few pointers here? A few starting pointers, because look at his rig here. Now you're obviously investing, a fair amount there. About 30k to build, right? Yeah, probably about that. There was a interesting quote here. So this person here says, Crypto Batman, which is that's Goose Wayne for sure. That's Goose Wayne Batman under a different handle. He says, okay, I'll give you $1,000 for that setup. Final offer. And then Boomer says, that's a solid offer, but based on this, I may pass for a bit. Estimated earnings per month, $6,342. So you'd obviously have to offset the cost of the power. You'd have to offset the cost of the hardware to start with. But then if you're raking in $6,000 a month, yeah, Comptech, how you doing, man? Hey, the diamond, the ice cream, the lemon, the triple freaking give. Thank you, my friend. Cheers.
Cheeses. Bees, is, cheese, is, needs, me's, is, leaves, keys, mean, things, is, wins, teas, leaves, me's, these, bees, mean, mind, water things.
Thank you, Comptech. How you doing, man? Yeah, so that's how you do it. Although if you wanted to do it, it would behoove you to have drop a message to this guy, to Boomer Live. He used to stream here on D-Live, not so much anymore. I just thought I'd show you that. You guys talking about mining. I'm not really interested in mining. I mean, look, that kind of equipment, I mean, yeah, that'd be rad, but I'd rather spend that money on like live streaming equipment and IRL equipment and a Cybertruck, right? Something like that. But I mean, yeah, he's invested in it, right? Which is sick. Look how rad it looks. Crypto is king, Comptech, hell yeah, man. I'm enjoying this stream. Let's get back to Tezos.
And reaches consensus on the same single chain. Tezos attempts to create the decision-making process into the network of users itself. Tezos creates incentives for user participation in the core development process by creating governance rules for stakeholders to approve of protocol upgrades that are then automatically deployed on the network. At the same time, the developers of Tezos were aware that specific critical properties needed to be upheld over time. Tezos uses formal mathematical proofs to verify that these properties are maintained. It also includes a mechanism that allows for collective decision-making. Token holders are allowed votes on pending protocol developments. What makes Tezos unique? One of the main goals of Tezos is to become a network that is capable of creating the best reward ecosystem in the blockchain world. One of the main differences between Tezos and other cryptocurrencies is the fact that it is both decentralized and self-governing. Easily voting for participants, also its automatic upgrades and updates, also play a major role in the uniqueness of Tezos. How it works. Tezos blockchain network can change, upgrade and amend.
Mr. Abaddon says Tezos is the first fully democratic and scalable blockchain. People delegate votes for the bakers who then vote on the next changes. Tumbleweed wants a farm. Quantum says farming takes a lot of electricity, and at this point, unless you have at least 10 server running, probably you will not solve one block. Did you see the tweets from Boomer? Quantum, did you see the tweets I just showed from Boomer? He's earning about $6,000 a month with that rig that he's got. I think we counted 13 graphics cards. He's earning about $6,000 a month. I'm not too sure how much your electricity would cost at that point. I mean, you'd be burning through a fair bit. That's why I wonder about solar power, right? Why can't you cover your roof in solar panels and then start feeding that into it as well? You didn't see it? Oh shit, really? Okay, let me just show it again, dude. Did I close it already? I think I closed it. Twitter Boomer Live. Yeah, I think I closed it. So this is a guy who. So this is a streamer who used to stream on DLive, but now he's moved on a little. He's no longer. He used to be a global partner. He's no longer a global partner here. This is his old setup here. What's he? I think we counted 13 graphics cards there with a setup there with his fan system. Solar is like 39%. I mean, at that point, 39%, that's 40%. That'd be rad. I'd be doing that for sure. And this is his new setup. Oh, hang on. That's his old setup still. This is his new setup. I don't know if solar can handle the GPU and CPU, but what you'd be doing is you'd be feeding the solar, would be feeding back into the grid. So all you'd be doing would be reducing your electricity bill. I don't know, it might be different in other parts of the world, but the way it works in Australia, you hook up solar and you still get an electricity bill. So your whole house isn't just going, okay, we don't need to have any power, we've got it all. No, you bring power into your house through solar and you also supply it back to the grid. And they give you a reduction in whatever you pump back into the grid gets taken off your bill. So you'd still get a power bill. But I'm wondering if that power bill was 40% less because you got solar, giddy up, right? So this is his setup. And we just looked at it just for comparison's sake. You know, he's just a home, he's a streamer, a live streamer. He set this up himself. And if you ever wanted to learn about it, this would be your guy you'd ask, right? You'd say, hey man, can you give me a few pointers here? Like, man, hey, I'd start with one, right? Obviously, you wouldn't go out and buy 13 of these graphics cards. And if you could, apparently they're hard to find too. They're in high demand. Please tell me they're not plastic shelves. I don't know. Looks like wood. That looks like wood. The framing looks like timber to me. That looks like timber. They look like they're sitting on timber. And then there was an interesting quote here from Goose Wayne Batman. Where is the tweet here? Can we see the tweet? So a quote down here from Crypto Batman. Okay, I'll give you $1,000 for that setup. Final offer. That's from Crypto Batman, who's actually Goose Wayne Batman. And Boomer Live says, it's a solid offer, but based on this, I may pass for a bit. And he's got a little quote there of his earnings. So monthly, he's earning just over $6,000. $6,000 a month. So what the outlay and the cost? Obviously, he's done the math, right? He's gone, okay, well, this is what it's going to cost to do this per month. This is what we're going to get back per month. Add in some downtime. Add in some damaged, what do they call it? Damaged product, like glasses that break and stuff at the bottle shop, the liquor store. Got to add all that in. But ultimately, he's coming out at $6,342 on top per month. Oh, sorry. Not on top. That's his earnings. My bad. That setup would cost more than $1,000. Well, there you go. $1,000 a one-off setup. Bam. If you're look, I don't know why we're talking about this so much. I'm not interested in doing this. If I was even remotely interested in doing it, I would do it on a small scale, just to sort of get my feet wet and feel. But we were just talking, and I think it was Tumbleweed that was saying it's not possible to do, but there's a guy who's actually doing it. He's actually doing it and doing it well. And if you wanted to talk to him, you might want to, if you wanted to learn about it, he might be the one to DM.
And itself by following a particular set of rules. Generally, blockchain has 3 layers. Network layer, for communication between nodes and peers. Transaction layer that specifies the transaction verification protocol, and consensus layer, which is again self-explanatory. Thus,
hang on. That setup costs more than 1,000, and in a glass case, that guy's asking for trouble. Other people are watching, and there's a lot of misinfo out there. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying. I don't want to come across wrong here, right? What I was saying, and I didn't actually start the conversation. I was just feeding into what Tumbleweed was saying. He was saying that mining, no one can do it. It's too much expense, no power cost and everything. All I was saying is that there is people that are doing it, right? And that was an example of one that I happen to know of. I'm not saying I know how he does it. I'm not saying everything's hunky-dory and everything's, but there it is on Twitter. There's his new rig, at least 13 graphics cards there, all fan-cooled, and earning him about just over $6,000 a month. I mean, you can say, oh, it's all done wrong. He needs to be in a glass house and he should be on aluminium, blah, 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 blah. I'm sure he's looked into all that, right? I know the guy from streaming. I don't think he would have left any stone unturned. We're just talking about how you can. Yeah, exactly. Oh, excuse me. Exactly. Yeah. So that's an example of how one person's doing it. I'm not going to do that. I don't think. I mean, every now and then I turn on Minergate here, and I have a little. I actually have a Mac Mini, which is just sometimes running the Theta Edge node, just for a bit of a giggle to get some T-fuel. Not really a big deal, right? I just have it on every now and then. But that's on another level, obviously. That's going in deep. I don't think I want to do that. I'd rather spend that money on live streaming equipment and IRL equipment and a Cybertruck. That's how I'd do it.
It allows seamless communication between blockchain and network layers, while the network layer remains agnostic to the other 2 layers. This communication between layers gives chance to stakeholders for governing the blockchain network upgrades and changes in a democratic manner.
G'day, Hendrik.
To make its system
How you doing,
work,
man?
Tezos users were allowed to vote through a process called baking, in which they agreed to lock XTZ they owned in special contracts. Bakers, who are usually also developers, can propose protocol upgrades. When the system has collected all the upgrade proposals, the registered bakers cast votes. When they do that, they are in fact voting on behalf of a larger community, and the value of their votes are directly proportional to the amount of coins the baker and their node might hold at that time.
Hey, can I just pause for a second? Quantum, are you a hexagon? Do we have any? I can't recall if you're a hexagon. Tumbleweed, I know. I'm pretty certain you're not. Quantum, are you a hexagon?
Process consists of 4 unique voting periods, with each vote.
Vanfrick, how you doing, man? I know Vanfrick's not a hexagon. I won't ask Vanfrick. How you doing? I went deep into GPU mining in 2017. Had 5 kilowatts GPU going for a year. Rad. Mr. Abaddon, Monero Ocean Pool has a good Monero miner, alternates best coins and pays in Monero if you get sick of Minergate. Okay, good to know. Monero Ocean Pool. I'm going to just get a screenshot of that. Thank you, Mr. Abaddon. Nice. To me, crypto is like gambling. Okay. I was. Tumbleweed, you were. Okay. Okay, so no, there's no hexagons in the chat. Okay, cool. Let me know if we get any hexagons. I want to ask a question.
Separated by 23 days. The proposal period. Any baker on the network
got a storm coming your way, Hendrik.
Changes to the way the network is run. The proposals receiving the most votes move on to the next stage. The exploration vote period. Proposals that reach an 80% positive.
I have some Monero coin. I have about $400 worth of Monero.
Vote move on to the next stage. The testing period. The proposal is implemented on a temporary fork of the network to ensure it works and will not cause harm to the primary.
Vanfrick, I've been asking questions to hexagons for months, but I only get banned. Oh, okay. Mine Monero and buy Pirate Chain are with it. Right. Pirate Chain, okay. I've been seeing a lot about Pirate Chain lately.
Blockchain. The promotion vote period. A final vote is cast to determine if the proposal will be implemented to the source code of Tezos. 80% or more is needed to pass. Bakers can also be rewarded for beneficial proposals
Trying
by
to make
attaching
Monero
an
a
invoice
currency.
to their submission. If their proposal is implemented after passing all 4 stages, the invoice will mint a specified amount for the baker. To summarize, Protocol is a perfect example of a secure next-generation blockchain ecosystem.
Hendrik, the Hexicans are in Twitch and Twitter. No, they often do swing by here as well. I'm mining Monero. I'm mining around $1.20 a day. Rad, Comptech. How are you doing it? Are you using the Monero Ocean or the Minergate? Stay true to BTT. Stay true to BTT? That's not what I was hearing when BTT was going down. Hex is woke. Doesn't get more woke than Hex. I like the Monero idea.
With open access to on-chain governance, which enables anyone to propose an amendment on-chain and change the protocol if the proposal gets enough votes. Tezos, denoted by XTZ, is a blockchain network associated with a digital token known as a Tezi or Tez. These tokens never mine due to the network, uses a proof-of-stake consensus protocol. The blockchain network is an open-source self-upgradable platform designed for creating and hosting applications and assets. Stakeholders are donated with the responsibility of governing upgrades for the primary protocol, including amendments made to the governing process. What are your thoughts about Tezos? Would you use or invest in it? Let me know in the comments section
We don't want
below.
X-tag. We won't be
Thanks
X-tagging.
for watching. If you find this video helpful, please tab
So that's the general overlooking of Tezos, but I always take a couple of different people's opinions. Now it's interesting here, this video on April 28 this year, will Tezo XTZ, that's the ticker, will its price explode soon? Is it a sleeping giant? Let's take a look.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Explained. If this is your first time checking out the channel, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Max. This channel covers Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and investments. If that sounds
G'day Max, how you doing, man? Nice to see you.
interesting to you, if you want to learn more about these topics, definitely swing by my channel when you get the chance.
Comptech, I am using Monero Ocean. It has an easy interface and a lower payout level than 2 miners and Minergate, plus it is faster. Miner Ocean is the best. Okay, I'm hearing a lot about Miner Ocean. I guess I'll set one up. I'll do it on this stream. How about that?
Check out my other videos and feel free to subscribe while you're there. Today I want to revisit Tezos, but before we get into the actual meat of this video, I want to do something kind of fun. So I want everybody to comment in the comment section how you pronounce the name of this network, because I've heard Tezos and I've heard Tezos. I've probably heard Tezos a little more than Tezos, and I'm not sure if Tezos comes from the Tezos till you Bezos meme, but I probably say
Hex
Tezos
is up
more.
21%.
Wrong.
So we were talking about that, Hendrik. We were talking about that. My Hex value is currently over 8 grand. So, and that's when Hex, I'm not too sure exactly what it is right now, but when I looked at it, it was just on 4 cents per Hex. There's talk. There is strong talk about Hex getting to $1 a coin. At the moment, at 4 cents, my Hex is worth 8 grand. And I didn't put much into it personally. You mine then cash out. The fee for take your stake is $80 per transaction. That's not. So hang on. Let's pause for a second. So Van Frick, the fee to transact on the Ethereum network is expensive, and the fee to transact in Hex on the Ethereum network is expensive, like any other fee on the Ethereum blockchain. So you can't use that as a Hex is crap because of the fees. That's the Ethereum blockchain, not Hex. That's why they're doing the Pulse chain, right? To alleviate some of that garbage. So let's be clear about that. And I've hit that fee a couple of times, and it's horrendous. But it's not a Hex thing; it's an Ethereum thing. Davo, thank you for the lemon. It's at 5 cents right now. Oh crikey! I put $10 into Hex. Did you, Van Frick? Cool, man. Sorry about that message this morning, Davo. I read that message on the chat. I was like, I reckon he's still asleep. Dude. Are you awake now, man? It's been about 8 hours. Good morning. Yeah, man. F projects based on ETH. That's for the rich boys. So have they announced who the creator of Bitcoin is? They don't know. Satoshi, they talk about. So just on while we're talking a little hex here, just a quick side note. Actually, no, we haven't got any hexagons in here. Pulse is to get rid of the gas fees. So here's the thing. Pulse chain is a forking of the Ethereum blockchain. Well, I've already hit this once on this stream. I'll hit it again just quickly. I've got a question about that. I've got a question to the hexagons, but we don't have any in here right now. But the question is, if the blockchain forks off into Pulse chain and you've still got Ethereum here, and you've still got hex stakes on the Ethereum blockchain, how is making a fork of it going to alleviate those fees? This is not going to fix or change or remove the gas fees. All that stuff is still going to require transacting on the Ethereum blockchain. So you're still going to get heavy fees. But what's happened is, Richard Hart has said, whatever ERC20 tokens you hold on a private wallet, not an exchange, on a private wallet, when we fork to the Pulse chain, we will duplicate that. So you will get a doubling of whatever you have. And I don't know if this is the mentality here, but what that sounds like, they're not stopping these fees. These fees will still exist. If the Pulse chain didn't come up, that would still happen. The Pulse chains come up in a couple of more weeks, whatever it is. So they're going to coexist, basically. You're going to have hex stakes on the Ethereum chain. You're still going to have to pay to do anything with them. When it comes time to ending and unstaking and rolling over, you still got to pay that. On the Pulse chain, they doubled up. So you've got this Pulse chain, which is sort of covering those fees to the value of, you doubled your investment. Whatever you earn on that, bam, 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 bam. Maybe you're getting slammed on the Ethereum blockchain, but you've still got the Pulse one going, oh, hey man, these are no fees over here. So it's almost like a little bit of a forget about that, right? Forget it. Like, yeah, you're going to cop a few fees, but look what you're getting over here. So it's like, we've given you this thing that's better and rosier and shinier and more pretty. Forget that crap over there. But here's the thing. Once this fork starts drifting further and further apart, what's that going to do to the value of Hex on the Ethereum blockchain? Is that going to start pushing that value down? People have staked in for 5555, me included, right? So this is not going to happen until I turn 50. What is it? Not till I turn 60 or something, right? So a long way down the track. What happens to the value of Hex now that the Pulse fork chain says, man, it's better over here. We doubled you. We duplicated what you had. Not just Hex, any ERC20. Gaze token for one. I got 300,000 Gaze tokens. They duplicate that across. Sweeten the deal, right? Make everything sweet. But what is that actually going to do for Hex? Are people still going to be putting Hex down on the Ethereum blockchain? Hell no. Do it over there. So does that devalue this 5555? And should we be getting out? That's the question. That's the question. I believe ETH will only be for massive transactions, as will Bitcoin. The question is, what would the average Joe be using? Mr. Abaddon, fair point. I was trying to buy a crypto exchange with ETH and the fees was unreal. I was buying 428 and the ETH fee was 248. Wow. Wow. Hex sounds so easy. All these cryptocurrencies, another fad. What is the limit? Or training for you? Okay, so no, I just thought I'd put that out there, but we don't have to talk about it. But that's my question, that's my concern, and I haven't seen an answer for it yet. So, not saying that there's going to be an answer.
I'm kind of thinking I am wrong. So let me know how you guys pronounce it. Definitely put that in the comment section below, or if you fluctuate between the two like I do. Either way, I'm curious. But the actual point of this video I want to make. Good question. Thank you, Van. I recently did a price prediction video for Tezos, where I was talking about in the short term, I'm still a little bearish because it hasn't moved that much in a long time. We have seen a little bit of a run up, but considering how strong the fundamentals are, I would have thought that it would have moved a little bit more at this point. But I'm still bullish on the long term just because, again, the fundamentals are so sound. I love the liquid proof of stake model where you can actually earn interest just for holding Tezos. It really encourages people to hold it long term. And I also love the self-governance model where people can actually vote on certain changes to the network, certain upgrades.
My X turns 61 tomorrow.
As things
Notice
change,
how there's no H in
the
heck in
environment
X.
changes within crypto,
No
it's so
Hendrik in
important
X.
to have an open mind. So I really think that that's
Family
the idea
friendly.
behind the Tezos community is, okay, if we do want to shift in direction, we want to make sure that everyone's on board. So the self-governance model is so awesome.
My bro's friend bought 80 Bitcoin when they were 20 bucks and he sold most of it and kept 2. Even that's still a good investment, 2 Bitcoin.
And then again, there is this recent news about Ubisoft partnering up with Tezos and the network, trying to see if this video game developer can actually incorporate a decentralized blockchain into what they do. So I think that's pretty cool. If you guys are familiar with the Assassin's Creed games, Ubisoft is a pretty big behemoth within the actual gaming development industry. So I really think that this could be big. That happened pretty much right after I released the last price prediction video. So that could be a little bit of a catalyst. But again, when those situations happen, when those news stories come out, it's not always the price reaction that you expect. A lot of people say sell the news, which basically just means when you hear these things happen, the hype of them maybe happening actually moves the price a lot more than them actually happening, which is the funniest thing. But I really think when we're looking, in the long term for Tezos,
I know one guy, Vanfrick says.
I think that
Vanfrick says who sold the rest of his Silk Road Bitcoin, 1,500 of them for 250 bucks. He has some regrets, dude. Wow, yeah, you'd have a lot of regrets there. This guy's living well and also has his family and friends' money. Wow, rad.
A lot of what I liked originally about it when I invested in it about a year ago is still there. And I was getting a little impatient. I moved all of my XTZ holdings over to Ethereum, which in the short term actually turned out to be a good move. But I'm now wondering if I want to revisit and still see, because it's still not moving as much as anything else in the crypto industry, which, don't get me wrong, I actually think that may be a good thing. I think that this may be a sleeping giant, that people are still just kind of not waking up to the fact that this could become the Ethereum killer. So when we talk about the Ethereum killer, we always talk about Cardano and Polkadot. Those are the two that people are so obsessed with, and those are definitely the most popular. Even projects like Cosmos and Zilla.
I may have found my Bitcoin wallet, Henry. Had a 0.01 Bitcoin.
That
oh,
never
wow.
gets talked about. And I don't know why, because when you're looking for just a platform where people can become involved and develop and innovate on top of the blockchain, Tezos is a perfect example of that, and how they have just the idea of scalability in mind so that they can make changes as we go along to adjust to
Good night, Lady
different
Crochetter.
environments that
Good
may
night.
happen within the crypto space.
Have a good sleep.
So I still am really bullish on Tezos as far as the fundamentals, but the price is still not moving that much compared to everything else. It is moving up a little bit, but compared.
Did we even look at the chart for Tezos? I don't think we did we? Let me go and have a look. Coin market cap. I don't think we looked at it. Tezos. What was the ticker? I guess it's TEZ, right? TEZ? Yep, XTZ. The chart for Tezos. Oh, that's interesting. Crikey. Had a massive spike there. Wow, what's with that? So I've got the $10 in 2017, and then it's steadily just gone, see you later. All the way downtown, to a year later, it dropped down to 49 cents and sort of hovered around that for a while, and then it slowly had some upward motion, bit of a spike, bit of a... Now it's kind of climbing here, folks. It's $7, approximately, about $7 right now. $6.95. Interesting. Look at the trading volume down here too. A lot of activity here, whereas before, nothing really. Don't forget, when you look at these charts and you see a massive spike here, you probably should look down here for what the trading volume is as well. And like, there's hardly anything going on down there. So, well, the volume there over the 24-hour period, it literally is 2,000 2,400. And then you look over here, the volume is almost 500,000. So you got to keep that in factors, right? Don't just look at the spike and the drop. Look at how much was traded. So interesting. In the chat, the main problem with Bitcoin is that it can't be tainted, so coins are marked from illegal activity just like fiat and mixed in exchanges. Yeah, right. I'm sure there is already money laundering going through crypto. Well, definitely, that's what Monero was kind of designed for. I think crypto is climbing due to Elon's influence. Now Tesla is looking into accepting Doge. And they're literally sending Doge to the moon. So there's that to consider. Literally sending it to the moon.
Compared to everything else in the crypto industry, it just seems to be lagging behind. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to shoot up when everything else is kind of staying stagnant, because we are in a pretty major dip across all of crypto right now. And I think that we're almost out on the other side of that, but it has been a whale of a dip. So I think that pretty much everything is down right now. So we'll see if Tezos has an
I don't like crypto. Still don't like crypto. Why not Tumbleweed? What have you got against it?
Break out a little more, because I really think that given the right opportunity, given more interest from the public and a little bit more notoriety around.
Hey, Quantum, easy on the language, dude. We're family friendly here, so ease up on the swearing. But yeah, what's the crack there, Tumbleweed? What are you not keen about on crypto? What's your main concern?
Around it, of what it's actually trying to accomplish. I think it really could move a lot, and I think it could be a great investment. But we'll just have to wait and see if this happens.
It's just fake money.
I mean, this is one of those projects where if it doesn't go through, it's just because no one ever knew about it. It's not because the network itself isn't something that really makes a lot of sense to people, and makes a lot of sense to where crypto's going. But we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm a lot more.
Is that like fake money? Just like how. Sorry to do this, man, but is that like how newspapers online are fake newspapers? Is that the equivalent? Fake books online? Because I don't know. I feel like that might be an approach that is a little outdated. They get an EMP, they'll be broke. It's not. But computers make it. Okay.
Willing to look into Tezos again and see if it's actually going to be, what I thought it was going to be a year ago. I still think that it has that potential because nothing negative has happened to it. It's just the fact that it's not getting the publicity of something like Cardano or Polkadot. But that's not because the network isn't sound. And when you're talking about Cardano, I mean, Cardano is still in the development stage, essentially. There's still a lot of things to be worked out with Cardano. So Cardano has, basically zero partnerships. And the news like Ubisoft and, the other companies that are trying to partner up with Tezos and see if they can incorporate this open source technology into what they do, I think that can only help from here. And it's definitely something that we shouldn't forget about just because it has been lagging behind. That doesn't mean that it can't catch up, and that doesn't mean that it can actually even go even further.
Hendrik, you got green sky. You got a big storm coming your way, dude. Shh. Crikey. I'm telling you, it's training you for when they take physical money. Oh, the moment we get rid of cold hard cash, the better, I think. I support crypto for the one reason, freedom of the owner. Yeah, I support the idea of a cashless society 100%. Bring it on. Bring it on. What do we need a wallet for? Why do we need a big fat thing around our backside containing our currencies and coins and driver's licenses and birth certificates and all that? Get that out of there. I don't want that. I'd much rather go into a store and go, I want to get some things. Here's my phone. Tap, done. Much rather do that. I couldn't care for going through the wallet and finding out the currency and going, I've got to find 3 more coins and add that to... Get out of here. Tap, done, paid, gone, done.
Than other projects that have been doing so well. So I'm keeping my eye on it. I hope you guys are as well. I know there's a lot of Tezos people out there that are really
You want a chip? Absolutely. Man, if it wasn't for the phone and it was a chip under your skin, sign me up immediately. Absolutely. Put a chip under my skin. 100%. Done. Easily done.
You just have to be patient. And if you do look into projects that you really like the fundamentals, don't really worry, I guess, about what's happening in the short term. It's all about who's going to last at the end of the day, because 95% of these altcoin projects are not going to be around. There's just no way that that's going to happen. There's no way that, you know, thousands of cryptocurrency projects are going to succeed. There's not enough money within the space to make that happen. So I'm interested to see where we go from here and to see if it
You'll take a chip that monitors your every move? We've already got it, dude. It's called a phone. If you've got a cell phone, you've already got that, man. I gotta break it to you. If you've got a cell phone, you've already got the chip. Unless you leave the cell phone powered off, battery out in a drawer and never touch it, you're being monitored, dude, all the time.
Pick up a little more momentum than we've seen recently. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really appreciate you tuning in.
Interesting.
If you did enjoy the video, a like and subscribe.
He didn't really give us a great deal of
able to grow and be seen by.
He didn't really give us a great deal of info, but I think I understand. Tezos looks to me like if I was to give not financial advice, I would say if you had a little extra laying around, maybe it might be worth slinging a couple of $100 into this and just waiting. Given that chart and given the amount of trading volume that we're seeing now, I would suggest maybe there are things building in the pipeline, but don't take my word for it. Let's take another review. This one's even a little closer to today's date. This is May the 2nd, 2021. Tezos review and price predictions by this gentleman. His channel is called Crypto Talk TV.
Hi guys, today our topic is Tezos coin review and price prediction. Tezos XTZ currently seems to be one of the weakest cryptocurrencies, with an average gain of just around 300% of $1.80 over the last 6 to 7 months, and a massive gain other digital currencies. In contrast, this is impressive for Tezos, as investors were never seen again, even though the crypto market was on the increase in the long-term forecast for that altcoin back in November. But finally, the rest of the gang began to catch up, surpassing $5.50 in mid-February. However, the trading is now around $2 lower, indicating that the cryptocurrency is poor. Other cryptos have held on to most of the recent gains, and some are continuing to make new, including Bitcoin, that went above $50,000 on February 15, with Tesla and Elon Musk giving it a big hand, while Tezos has already returned almost 40% of the value. Tezos has a history of going back on strong bullish movements and producing much of its previous benefits.
Mr. Abaddon, it's basically Cardano, but it's already done. Yeah. You mean it's already completed?
The latest reversal also favors little confidence among buyers and may even frighten them. You have to select this choice before watching this video. It is undoubtedly like signing up for watching great video clips to enhance your knowledge. This is different times though for the crypto market, which could alter Tezos' habits. In the next few weeks, we will see whether Tezos keeps its gains.
Coin Bureau
or
did a
turns
good
around
video. I'm more
as it
bullish
did
than on
previous
Tezos than ever.
occasions. Crypto Rate provides the complete Tezos price prediction and the prediction that provides a more detailed
Do you want a link to that,
of the current
Mr. Abaddon?
situation on the XTZ market, future price behavior projections, and Tezos market capitalization. It will help understand what is currently happening in the crypto market, changing the trading strategy accordingly, and make measured potential investment and trade decisions.
That's a good point, Van Frick. Someone like the Kardashians, if they start backing this, then all of a sudden it's popped off, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be the Kardashians. It can be any big celebrity, but it's not completed. It's endlessly adapting, but it's already completed all the promises ADA had been making. All right. There's that link. Okay, thank you. Let me grab that out of the chit chat. Oh, I'm not even on the chit chat. What? Come on, man. Come on, dude. I got it out, but we'll come back to it.
Tezos is a non-mineable currency that presently costs $5.29 and has a $4,061,872,023 market capitalization.
Kev J. Robbo in the house. Hey, man. How you doing, dude? Good to see you, man. We're doing a little cryptocurrency stream here. We're learning about Tezos, or Tezos. We don't know how it's said. Just observing the different opinions of this. It seems like it could be a good one to maybe chuck a few coin down on, if you got any. I'm not saying I can. Although, maybe I can, but I don't know if I will. Vanfrick gifting out a sub to Kev J. Robbo. What? Thank you, Vanfrick. Thank you very much. Kev J. Robbo. There you go, man.
Global crypto money ranking.
Hell yeah.
Tezos currently provides 767,840,249
That's why's that got that there?
coins. To measure the future market capitalization correctly, the future price of the cryptocurrency under consideration is necessary to understand the expected changes in supply. CoinMarketCap.com notes that the number of Tezos trading in the last 24 hours has increased by $353,901,445 from the preceding day.
Wow.
Around the declining supply of the corresponding cryptocurrency.
That's a lot of trading.
Trends concerning changes in the average trade volumes show the increasing request for XZ coin. Tezos Price Prediction 2021. At present, markets are growing in tandem with just the ICO craze of 2017. However, due to the growing interest of institutional investors in crypto markets, this bull run is very different. Altcoins begin to pick up a massive momentum from Bitcoin's leading route.
Tezos already has NFTs working, says Mr. Abaddon. They're marked as clean NFTs because diluted. What was that again? I can't remember what that acronym stood for. It's greater than. Right.
DeFi and NFT
Rose is the
blockchain
best.
tokens
She
are
is.
two of the most coveted coins since the beginning of the year. As we have discussed in our review, Tezos suits this narrative perfectly. It provides both DeFi products and NFTs with
Delegated
a
proof of
flexible and
stake.
future-proof solution.
Thank you, Mr. Abaddon.
As such, our Tezos
Still
price
learning.
forecast for 2021 feels very bullish. We expect the token to smash the current all-time high of $5.6 and go on to $10. We may equate Tezos with direct competitor Cardano to help this. In 2021 alone, AD8 achieved 1,000% gains. Our Tezos price forecasting allows us to offer an XTZ token of $20 by the end of 2021 if XTZ was to be followed. Tezos Price Prediction 2025. In the years after 2021, the crypto markets are expected to have a bearish period return. By 2025, there will have been a new Bitcoin halving, which is a historic turnaround. If history can tell us something, then the Tezos can continue to grow in bear markets while others lose their market cap. Our Tezos price forecast for 2025 follows the rationale of increasing network adoption in DeFi ventures, combined with this industry's forecast growth. We are bound to see DeFi's mainstream acceptance in the following years, and all blockchains in the industry can follow suit. Moreover, we should assume that the price would hit $250 if it complies with its cyclical.
Vanfrick, I agree with you. Yeah, when people talk about price prediction and not the product, yawn. Yeah, it's like why would the price go up if what are the things that are happening? Like there's got to be utility, right? What are they doing with the utility to make it bigger and better? And why will that demand more price? Like people buying more of it? Like give me the facts. I agree with you, man. The storm is wild. You got rain now, Henrik. It's happening. Anyone who talks about making money with crypto doesn't know what they are talking about. It's about the tech. It's about the utility of the tech, I think. Not so much the tech itself, but how it's used.
Trend of higher values. XTZ could cost between $150 and $250 by the end of 2025 to be more conservative. However, Ethereum could add some severe competitiveness to Tezos if it eventually delivers its scalability promises.
I got a headache.
As a result,
Look at
the
this guy.
blockchain's popularity could not rise, holding its token's value below $50.
Had to shut the windows, Henrik.
Tezos
Wow.
Price Prediction 2030. Also for expert analysts, it's a very challenging job to look forward to 10 years for cryptocurrencies. There are plenty of variables, like adoption, technological improvements, and legislation, which are not likely to foresee the cryptocurrency market or the future of blockchain, such as Tezos. We will influence the potential circulating supply of the token with our Tezos price forecast for 2030. As a result of continuous minting, only around 1 billion XTZ tokens are expected to circulate by that time. If XTZ's price rises to $300 by then, that's just over $300 billion in blockchain market caps. We also think this Tezos price forecast is very optimistic, since it will only be marginally more extensive than the market cap today of Ethereum. Thank you very much. Share a review.
Wow,
To subscribe
that was a terrible
to my
video.
next video.
Don't like that at all. Let's take a look at the better one here. This is Coin Bureau. I'm more bullish on Tezos than ever.
There is only one ICO that I've ever taken part in, and that was the Tezos crowd sale back in 2017.
Sorry about the volume there. The other video was way down.
Of course, as fellow early-stage Tezos investors can attest, there have been numerous ups and downs on the project's long road to that mainnet launch. However, since that launch, things appear to have accelerated at breakneck pace. Yet, is this all a bit overhyped, and is there still price potential? My name is Guy, and this is exactly what I will cover.
Van Frick, Coin Bureau is a funny guy. He's very good informational videos. Yeah, this creator is my go-to. He makes good videos. Okay, good.
In this
I've
video,
seen him before.
not only will I take a look at some of the most important Tezos developments, but I'll also examine the economics of XTZ and what it could mean for all us holders. I also have a personal XTZ price prediction, so be sure to stick around for that.
Mayonnaise! Wow!
Sabrina, Art, thank you for the ice cream. How you doing?
Quick few things,
Good to see
chaps. Yep, the boring stuff. Not a financial advisor, a YouTuber who enjoys making videos for folks like
Have a good stream.
you.
Thank you very much,
Please
Sabrina.
only
Thank you.
consider this as educational. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Bureau. I cover Tezos and a number of other altcoins regularly. So if you want to get plugged in, hit up that subscribe button and ping that bell. Get them while they're hot. Alrighty then, enough fluff. Let's tango with Tezos. Now, for some people that are still new to Tezos, you will no doubt want a bit of an overview. If you're already fully clued up on the project, then feel free to jump ahead with the timestamps given below.
Kevin, how you doing, man?
So,
you doing,
let's
Kevin?
start with a bit of a rundown of
Nice
what
to see you.
Tezos is and what makes it unique. Firstly, it's
We're just learning about Tezos here. Tezos.
a self-amending blockchain with on-chain governance. This basically means that there are a protocol of defined measures to adjust to any development disagreements and still upgrade the blockchain. So
NetTV.
no destructive
What is that link, NetTV? Is that a link for Tezos, or is that just a general link to some guys on the internet?
chain splits. The Tezos blockchain
Hell yeah, Kevin,
also
the jack.
supports smart contracts. This means that it's programmable and decentralized applications can be built on top of it, much like Ethereum, EOS, Neo, etc. However, something that's unique about the Tezos contracts is the programming language that they use. We'll cover this more in a bit. It's also important to point out that Tezos was built from
Some
the
guys in
ground
the corner
up,
of the
and
internet,
it was
okay.
not launched on any other platform. This is what makes it quite different from the likes of the sea of other Ethereum-based ICOs. This blockchain that Tezos built uses a unique proof-of-stake algorithm called liquid proof-of-stake, LPOS. This is analogous
Crypto
to
banter.
delegated proof-of-stake,
Cool.
DPoS, except with a few key differences. With DPoS, election of a fixed number of block producers is required in order to maintain consensus on the network. However, with LPoS, this is optional. People can stake themselves, or they can delegate to someone else. At its base level, the LPoS mechanism is based on the concept of liquid democracy. I won't bore you with all the details here, but I have linked to some handy resources below that you should take a look at if you're interested. Now, given that this is a proof-of-stake consensus, blocks are added to the network by bakers. And no, I'm not talking about Nana's cookies. I'm talking about those nodes that uphold the security of the network. Sorry, Gran. Bakers get block publishing rights based on their stake. You can either bake yourself or you can delegate someone else to bake on your behalf. I will touch on all this in a bit. Anyways, that is the technical overview of Tezos. When it comes to the Tezos backstory and ICO, it's pretty well publicized. If you want more info on that, be sure to check out my previous video. However, the most important thing we are no doubt interested in is the economics behind the protocol. This does, after all, have an impact on the price. Price is largely determined by a balance of demand and supply of a said asset. These demand and supply factors can come from a number of different sources. These often are also intertwined and impact on each other in various ways. I'm going to break down each of these so that hopefully you can come to your own conclusions as to how you see the market playing out. Let's start with supply, shall we? The first and most important thing to point out is that Tezos does not have a max supply. In fact, there is about a 5.5% yearly inflation on the protocol. I know, many in the crypto community clutch their pearls at this revelation. I too was quite skeptical of this initially. Surely, if there's no supply cap, the coin itself will be diluted in time. Well, yes, it will. But this does not really imply that the asset today is not highly valuable. This is down to something called the convenience yield, which is inherent in cryptocurrency and certain other assets. The benefit of holding an asset now versus getting it in the future. This is actually pretty well laid out in a piece written up by Arthur Brightman, the Tezos co-founder. I've linked to it below, but in it he argues how a currency with inherent inflation could still have a finite effective supply. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds, but the best example I can think of is this. Some chap offers you $100 now to stash in your piggy bank, or they promise to give you $110 in 1 year's time. Which offer would you take? I think many would go for the $100. This is indeed slightly perplexing given that the US rate of inflation is far below 10%. Mathematically, it's suboptimal. Yet people place a premium on that convenience yield, an old variant on those birds in the bushes. You also have to consider that with a proof-of-stake system, validators have to be rewarded for upholding the network and propagating those blocks. This is the block reward that drives that inflation. Therefore, if you're taking part in the ecosystem and earning staking returns, then the impact of any dilution is irrelevant. This has an interesting side effect in that it encourages participation on the network. People won't just hodl their Tezos, but they will also stake it in order to earn those returns. So by encouraging people to actually stake their Tezos and not just hodl them, the network is generally more secure. Think about Bitcoin, for example. How many people actually take part in upholding the broader security on it? Most just hodl their Bitcoin and hope that those miners keep it secure. Oh, and by the way, what do you think happens to the Bitcoin fee market when that 21 million cap is reached? Miners can't earn any more block rewards, so the only other way that they have an incentive to keep propagating blocks is through the remaining fee market. Indeed, some may not even be bothered with the fees and stop mining altogether.
If the government in Australia bans crypto, what will you do? Is that even a thing? Is that even a thing that they're talking about? Oh, excuse me. I'm going to take some medicine for this. It's really bugging me. Is government your God? I don't know. I haven't even thought about that, dude. I honestly haven't thought about that. Probably use a VPN and put it offshore. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I hadn't even factored that. You cannot ban it. Countries have banned Bitcoin and gave up. Countries have tried to ban Bitcoin and given up. Is that what you meant to say, Mr. Abaddon? You said you can't ban it. Countries have banned Bitcoin and gave up. I think you meant they've tried to.
This then brings up concerns for security. So, the Tezos inflation cannot only be eliminated by staking your XTZ, but it could also lead to a more secure blockchain in the future. Oh, and by the way, if you're not staking your Tezos, then why the hell not? It's so super simple. I actually have a handy guide that takes you through the steps, which you can watch right over here. Anyways, that was a long-winded way of me saying that protocol inflation does not
This guy's
imply
good.
that an asset should automatically be less valuable. Yet, if the Tezos community doesn't like it, they can always vote on proposals to cap it. Gotta love on-chain governance. Now, the main benefit of this staking on Tezos is that it means more funds are locked up earning returns and less is circulating on the exchange order books. In total, about 80% of the circulating XTZ is staked.
Van Frick says, if Australia bans crypto, then I'll open a crypto bank on Malta for the Australian people call in 24/7. Can I live stream from there as well? We'll also put in my what was it? Minute taken, minute given, minute lost brewery. The minute lost brewery. We'll have that next door to it.
Less supply with a constant demand means an increasing price, holding all other factors equal. However, you also have to consider demand for Tezos. The first component comes from those people who are buying Tezos in order to stake it, the investors. And when it comes to this demand, it's quite clear that there is a lot of interest in the cryptocurrency. Tezos is well supported on a plethora of exchanges. Its market cap has risen considerably over the past year. Strong volumes, liquidity, and broad asset pairings for both fiat and cryptocurrency. It's also on Coinbase Pro with some pretty strong volumes. It is well known that Coinbase is the retail investor's gateway to the crypto space. In fact, according to a recent blog post at Coinbase, Tezos had more trading volume when adjusted for market cap than all of the other assets listed. The only one that came a close second was Chainlink's Link, which, if you haven't seen my previous video, I'm also quite bullish on. You also have to consider that institutional staking demand is picking up. For example, last year, Coinbase Custody gave its clients the opportunity to stake their sizable XTZ holdings.
NetTV, an interesting thing is, do you need to ask anyone for your freedom? An interesting thing to do. An interesting thing is, do you need to ask anyone for your freedom? Right, you mean like initially. Music Man, Turkey banned crypto and most of the Turkish streamers are off. Off what? Off what?
More recently, Bitcoin Suisse announced that they were offering their institutional investors Tezos staking services at their PwC-audited high-security vault. Anyways, all of this interest implies that demand is increasing among investors to buy Tezos. Not only that, but because exchanges offer staking services, these buyers are now also staking their XTZ and banking those returns. Less supply, more demand, price increases. There is, of course, another really important demand driver for Tezos, and this is network demand. More specifically, Tezos, like Ethereum and other smart contract blockchains, requires gas in order to run applications and complete computations. The more use there is on the network, the more demand there will be for XTZ to pay for these gas costs. Tezos appears to have a healthy hive of developer activity taking place on its blockchain. I encourage you to take a look at this site, which documents all of the projects that have been built on the Tezos blockchain. In 2019, over 1,300 new developers learned to code Tezos smart contracts. Many of them have since built dApps using Tezos' higher-level smart contract programming language. For those that don't know, Tezos uses a unique programming language called Michelson. While this is not as well known as other smart contract languages, it can be more secure, given that it supports formal verification. Anyways, this isn't a programming video. I've linked to the Michelson docs below if you're interested. Now, it's not just the developer community that is using the Tezos blockchain with vigor. There are a number of platforms that want to use the blockchain for STO issuance. There is about $2.6 billion worth of STOs that have been announced to be conducted on the Tezos blockchain. I won't go over them all here, but some of the most interesting are T0 and Alliance Investments.
I'm not too sure what Music Man's saying in the chat. Turkey banned crypto. Most of the Turkish streamers are off. So Turkey's flat out banned crypto. And so if I understand that correctly, you're saying a lot of the Turkish streamers left DLive because they can't access their BTT in Turkey. Is that what you're saying? And NetTV's asking as well, is that DLive or Turkey doing it? Is that recent? If you're going to put that kind of a statement in, Music Man, you better have some facts to back that up, dude. They banned, so Van Frick says, yes, they banned they banned. So Turkey flat out banned cryptocurrency, and so are we seeing less Turkish streamers on DLive because of that?
Will tokenize $643 million worth of STOs on the River Plaza development in the UK. BTG Pactual plans to issue up to 1 billion in STOs on the Tezos blockchain. They actually just recently released their REIT-BZ token on the blockchain. Elevate Returns and Securitize plans to issue up to $1 billion worth of real estate STOs on the Tezos blockchain. This is the same group that tokenized the St. Regis Aspen Hotel on Ethereum, by the way. And there are a host more which you can read about in this handy blog post that I've linked to below. So why am I telling you all of this? Well, it all shows that the Tezos blockchain is really active. Activity means more demand for XTZ to pay gas fees. More demand generally leads to higher prices, holding all else equal. But as I've shown before, all things are not equal. You have investor and staking demand keen to get their hands on XTZ. These factors help to increase the price of XTZ. And as the price of XTZ increases, so too does the demand to buy and stake Tezos among retail investors. You can see how these things tend to feed on themselves, right? Okay, so that is the raw tokenomics of Tezos. But there are a number of other reasons as to why I'm bullish on it, so let's take a quick look at some of those. The first of these is perhaps the Tezos Foundation. This is the Swiss-based non-profit that is tasked with utilizing the Tezos ICO funds that were raised back in 2017. And speaking of funds, they're sitting on a pretty sizable stash of digital gold. For those that don't know,
NetTV says Turkey would have banned it because the peasants could live on a few lemons. Wow. Calm down, dude. What are you saying? That because of their GDP is so little? Is that what? Just be careful with putting comments like that. Like if you like Music Man, try to be clearer with your comments, folks. Like Music Man, an initial comment, Turkey banned crypto. Most Turkish streamers are off. I'd like to have more clarification if you're going to put a bold statement like that. And same NetTV, you want Turkey would have banned it because the peasants could live off a few lemons. I don't know how to understand that. I don't know how to break that one apart. 5 lemons used to be able to give them a meal. A lemon was worth 12 cents. Yeah, okay. Well, I've never been to Turkey. I didn't know that their dollar was that weak, but anyway.
The Tezos ICO was one of the largest in history, and this was completed at a time when Bitcoin and Ethereum were worth much less. The foundation is also sitting on quite a large stash of XTZ, which we all know has appreciated in price. According to the Tezos Foundation biannual report, in January of this year, they were sitting on over $635 million in combined funds. That's like a mini crypto hedge fund. Anyways, you may be wondering what this means for you. And the answer is a lot. The foundation is tasked not only with forming key partnerships like those mentioned above, but they're also issuing grants to developers and community members. It's actually a pretty expansive list of grants that have gone out, and I can't go over them all here. But this is great for the Tezos network as a whole. This helps foster development and projects. Hence the
lemon farming over the last 2 years. Yeah, I understand that. I didn't know that was because it was worth so much to them, but I understand. There's no denying that. That's what happened. You know, that's a fact.
Awareness, which will eventually lead to broad adoption. And that's really the holy grail we're all after. Now, speaking of ICOs, it's well known that the Tezos one was not completely free of drama. Not long after it was completed, there were a bunch of US investors who decided to initiate a class action lawsuit. The crux of the argument was similar to the line taken in other similar lawsuits. They alleged that the Tezos ICO was a security sale and hence breached SEC rules on them. Long story short, this dragged on for over 2 years and Tezos finally agreed to settle the case in March of this year. They agreed.
But now Bitcoin is worth huge money and BTT to Bitcoin like you did it as well. Yeah, I was very fortunate, very lucky to do that at that time. Like extremely lucky. Very, very happy with that. The way that all went down. Isn't that intriguing how that all did happen? Just reflecting on it, just the timing of incredible things lining up. Elon Musk, blah, blah, blah. Capital building, all the Turkish streamers leaving. Sorry, not all the big donated streamers leaving. All that stuff all sort of happened together. It literally came into a perfect timing for me, more or less. I mean, it could have even been more perfect, but it ended up being pretty damn perfect.
Pay $25 million, which would see them freed.
That's what started my portfolio. My portfolio, which to the tune of 63,000 last time I looked, $63,000 from that initial thing. So you live off crypto? No, I don't live off it, but I've got quite a nice portfolio, and it's all from DLive, all from streaming on DLive. Some dudes in Turkey will be millionaires right now. Yeah, for sure.
Of the legal hassle lawsuits usually bring. So that is great to see. Now, of course, this does still leave the dreaded security question in the open air. Yet the settlement does, in my view, make it less likely for the SEC to build a case against the foundation. For one, the settlement shows that Tezos has not acted in bad faith when it comes to the lawsuit.
NetTV, I could live off crypto, he says, if he traded well. The amount of times you've come in saying, oh, dude, it went up and I sold it on the dip and it's gone way back up. I mean, you've done that like so many times, hey. I'd be strong if I were not so weak. I want to try trading. That's why I'm looking forward to this when it gets to 24 on Stormgate. I'm looking forward to doing it better, because last time I did it, I didn't do it very well. In fact, I lost it all in 3 hours. I lost $10. It's only $10, but still a bit of a giggle.
The SEC has many more worthy targets in the plethora of other vaporware ICOs and outright scams of 2017. And speaking of the SEC, Tezos is part of the Proof of Stake Alliance, and they recently met with the SEC. This was to discuss how certain blockchains could work within the regulatory framework offered by security laws. For example, the Alliance shared
learning is a bad
recommendations
experience
with the SEC
sometimes.
about how staking returns are viewed by market participants.
Oh, learning how to trade.
And why
Right.
this differs from traditional security instruments. Anyways, Tezos' participation in all of this is further proof that they're acting in good faith. It's considerably different to the actions taken against the likes of Telegram and their TON token. The latter was initially quite dismissive and is probably the reason that the SEC did not relent. Moving away from regulation and lawsuits for a bit, I want to come back to that all-important on-chain governance feature. Tezos has already been through a number of upgrades through the use of this process. The most recent of these was the Carthage upgrade, which was activated in March of this year. There were a number of improvements that were brought on by Carthage, but perhaps one of the most relevant was the increase in the gas limit. This means that the network will have the ability to execute more smart contracts. And with more smart contract functionality, we have more developers building more dApps on a faster network. More gas use and more demand for XTZ. Anyways, I digress. Something else that was really quite special about this upgrade was the amount of governance participation in the protocol upgrade. In the exploration and promotion phases of the upgrade, 74% and 72% of total XTZ participated. In fact, if we take a look back to the Babylon upgrade that took place in October of last year, you had over 80% participation for both the exploration and promotion.
NetTV says, I lost 30k one day missing a Theta trade. Crikey. Theta was going off, wasn't it, for a while? Can shop with crypto in Euro and Australia? You can. Are you questioning? Not that I know of. Not in Australia.
Phases of the voting process.
Not that I know of.
This is great to see, as not only does it show that Tezos governance is working as intended, but it also points to the broader enthusiasm and engagement of the staking community. This is all great for the future evolution of the Tezos blockchain. All
if anybody else knows that answer, let me know.
In the hands of those who have.
Binance has a debit card. That's true.
Now, that's it for most of this video. Honestly, there is so much more that I could have covered on the project. There really is a lot out there. Nevertheless, it's time to leave you with some of my personal thoughts on Tezos. Now, when I invested in the ICO back in 2017, I knew that Tezos was compelling. This was about the same time that Bitcoin was going through all that SegWit infighting and its subsequent turbulence.
Yeah,
NetTV,
the
subsequent Tezos Foundation infighting and potential lawsuit
says, I missed it after selling it all and the price doubled. I was like, what the F? How did that happen? Had you not sold it, you would have been like, yeah. You can look up your chosen baker and see how they voted on every single change to the blockchain. That's cool. So, Mr. Abaddon, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you've invested here. You don't have to tell us. Obviously, you can keep it to yourself, whatever. But yeah, what is the ratio of Bitcoin to currency? What do you mean by that? The ratio of Bitcoin to currency. You mean what one Bitcoin is worth? About 58,000 at the moment. Is that what you meant?
Did weigh on my assertions. There was a brief moment in which I wondered whether we would ever see Tezos come to fruition. Well,
a little bit. Yeah, okay, cool.
Today, and I can say that I've been pleasantly surprised.
After looking at all these videos, I would probably, if I had a couple of hundred, I'd probably chuck a couple of hundred down on it, to be honest. I don't have it though.
The project is expanding at a rapid pace with the ecosystem and community growing just as quickly. There's no doubt that launching with a completely new blockchain and protocol has been
It wants a ratio of a coin to a pound or to the euro. One Bitcoin is approximately $58,000 US dollars, whatever. Hey Siri, what's 58,000 US dollars in euro? 47,597 euro to one Bitcoin. That's your answer there, Quantum. One Bitcoin is worth 47,500 euro.
Boon for the network. Its unique proof-of-stake consensus method, together with that Michelson language, has made it not only highly scalable,
about 70k,
decentralized and secure.
I guess you're talking pound at that point. I guess you're in the UK, right? I guess. I'm not 100% certain, but you said pound and euro. I gave you the euro and you converted it. Yeah, so about 70,000 British pound.
That right there is the blockchain trifecta. Add to that the fact that the governance component has been working as intended. Updates have been voted on by community consensus. Anyone can propose an upgrade and have it judged
about
by
60,
the community.
okay, there you go.
And while some may scoff at the ICO funding model, one can't discount the value that the foundation is providing.
Not in
to
the UK?
ecosystem.
Okay.
Buckets of sat ready to be deployed in the right direction. This is all done in a completely transparent fashion for all to see. So yes, I am more bullish on Tezos now than I was when I first bought in. Today, it makes up about 13% of my altcoin portfolio, together with Link and a few others. Now, I'm sure that you're interested in my XTZ price prediction. Well, by this time next year, I will be very surprised if it is still below $10. Fundamentally, the current trajectory warrants it. It could even...
Vanfrick coming out with actual financial advice. That's not me speaking, that's my chat speaking. He says everyone should buy $100 in Bitcoin today. This is not me saying it, that's someone in my chat saying it. Mr. Abaddon, I like Tezos because it gives fair staking rewards and it's liquid, so I can swap it out right now if I felt I needed, not wait for unlock. That's compelling. There's no 2-week wait or anything. Yeah. So you bought and then you staked it, right? That's probably what I'd do.
Come sooner if institutional investors start lapping up XTZ as they have with ETH and Bitcoin. Of course, this is assuming no black swan event crops up. But, well, we haven't seen any of those recently now, have we? And that is it, my fellow Tezos fans. My video on why I am an XTZ bull. Anyways, what do you guys think?
There you go, folks. Very interesting stuff. Having listened and learned about that today, I gotta go. That's a fire alarm. I'm gonna just choose a random song here. You guys choose a song. I'm gonna go and work out this fire alarm. Resolved. Sorry about that, folks. Hopefully, yeah, we're going to take a quick break there anyway. You guys know the deal anyway. Quantum said 13. That is Everyday Circus. Hendrik said 1, which is Tracer. Hendrik then changed his guess to 13, which is Everyday Circus. Let's take a break here and learn about listen to Everyday Circus. When we come back from this, we're going to be looking at the Hive blockchain. Welcome back to the slightly random daily song. You see this shirt here? Everyday Circus. You see that, right? Everyday Circus. This is one of the rare times when a support act... Oh, that's getting bright, isn't it? Hold on one second. This is one of the rare times when a support act on a Tracer tour turned out to be really, really, really sick. Like these boys, so a German band. From memory, I'm pretty certain they're Osnabrück. I might have got that wrong. I think they're from Osnabrück in Germany, but we weren't playing with them in Germany. They joined the 2016, which turned out to be the last Tracer tour. They joined us in the UK. So when we went across from France to England, the Everyday Circus boys joined us. Another band also, that light's changed again. Oh wow, look at this wave. Yeah, I can't recall. There were two bands, and there was an English band, which they weren't so great. Then there was this German band, Everyday Circus, and these boys were so cool. How do I describe their tunes? So the vocalist, Matteo, has a real, a beautiful, you'll hear it in this song, right? A beautiful harmonious way of singing, matching his guitar. He plays guitar and sings, and I mean, it's kind of hard to explain it because it impacted so much the first time I heard it. It was amazing. The very first night of the tour, I think we were in a place called Hull on the first show, and it impacted me straight away how cool this sounds. And sorry, it's Easter Monday. There's people everywhere here. It's kind of strange. Look how many people are around on Easter Monday. Paulie. Yeah, so I really enjoyed the band from the onset, and every night we got to hang out and see them play. It got better and better and better and better. Now the sad thing is, this band pulled the pin 2 years after this 2016 tour, so they're no longer around. So the album I've got here is called Mirrors. This is their album. Also, this is the shirt from that tour, from the support slot. They went ahead and did their own headline tours as well. And I've got a banger of a song here which does demonstrate this beautiful vocal thing going on. I just want to play it for you, see what you think. It's a beautiful track. It's called I Am Your Anchor by Everyday Circus from their Mirrors album. I'm gonna put you down over here. Get a beautiful vista of this beautiful Easter Monday ocean. You probably need an anchor if you're out there. Let me put you down here. Oh, I don't want to bust this disc though. Last time I bent down, I cracked the CD. I'm not going to crack this one. Let's put this like this. About there. That's beautiful vista, isn't it? What a beautiful vista. Well, from the Everyday Circus album Mirrors, also, I think this came out 2016. Yeah, this was from that year. And the tour shirt. Please enjoy I Am Your Folks, Everyday Circus from the Mirrors album, I Am Your Anchor. What a lovely sound, what a lovely song. I hope you enjoyed it. While I was sitting there watching the ocean, I did remember a story from this band. So, from that tour. Not only is their music rad, right? So, when you're a support band, you want to, like, Tracer knew this because supporting a lot of other bands, you want to make an impression, right? So you kind of want to let the music talk. And if the music's good, then you can then do the real talking, right? Intermingling and whatever. So after the first, I think it was the second show, I think we did about 7 or 8 shows with this band. I think after the second show, in between, like, driving, I can't recall where we were. I mean, we're in England, but I can't recall between what cities. But this band mooned us. They mooned the headline band, which shows you that, and by the way, if you're not sure what mooning is, pants down, ass up against the window. So they're the support band. They're getting a chance that a lot of people wanted to have to play opening for Tracer. And the second night that we knew them, they drove past us and they mooned us. And I think that shows you pretty much the band has the music, has the skills. They're also really rad people, and they knew that they could, well, they felt comfortable enough to moon the headline band. Props. Unfortunately, like I said, they pulled the pin in 2018. They did go out with an EP though. If you want to go to their Facebook page, Everyday Circus, you can find their EP. Not this album. You'll probably be able to buy this as well somewhere, I guess. And well, if you're in Germany, keep an eye on them, because if they do ever do a one-off show as a reformation, I highly suggest going and checking it out. Now look, while I sit down and listen to the rest of the album, you guys can go back to the live stream. Did I get that? Did I get that right? I got the timing right. You guys didn't catch me. I was here. I was waiting. How about that? Everyday Circus, huh? I Am Your Anchor. Very cool stuff. Now look, I want to just address some things in the chit chat. First of all, back up a little ways. Roy Baser with the lemons and the diamonds. Thank you, Roy Baser. Appreciate you. And I see Zuxki coming in. G'day, Benon. Have a good one, dude. With a diamond, the lemon, and the ice cream. That is the triple freaking give, my friend.
Jesus. Bees, is, cheese, is, needs, me's, is, leaves, keys, mean, things, is, wins, teas, leaves, me's, these, bees, mean, and, water veins.
Thank you, Zuxki. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well, man. Back up in the chit chat, I did see some lovely comments from Mr. Abaddon. Said, basically he was saying everyone should just chuck $100 down on Bitcoin, but then if you haven't got $100, so where was it? A really good way to earn some free crypto is, I've done this. There you go. If you don't have $100, make a Coinbase account, do the quizzes for free crypto, and swap it. That's the easiest way to get in on the Bitcoin. Go ahead, sign up to Coinbase. I tell you what. Let me show you. Can I show it to you? I don't know. Actually, no. I can show you my previous. Let's go over here. Let's go over here to my Brave browser. Another way to earn free crypto by using the Brave browser, folks. Let's go to Coinbase. This is my Coinbase account. Now, once it loads it, so I got $3 in there. I did a quiz just recently, actually. There was a quiz that came in. This one here. By the way, check this out. You want to join up to Coinbase and get free crypto? Please use the link in the chit chat. I'll tell you what though, I want to show you the previous earnings I've done here. So I earned $9. Can you guys see that, or is it too small? Make that larger if I can. Yeah. So I've earned $9 in comp token by doing these quizzes. 3 quizzes. There's one here, $3. $3 there for 3 minutes, $3 there for $3 there. I've earned those. Then I've earned $10 in Stellar Lumens, XLM, $2, and $2. Then I've also earned $3 in Graph, GRT, 1, 2, 3, done. I've also earned $3 of Forth, Ample Forth Governance Token by doing these quizzes. I've also earned... There's actually more than that in there. Where are the other ones? There's more. Quantum, thank you for the lemon. Thank you, Quantum. What I'm pointing out here is I earned them, and then I put them into... They were in my wallet. And then I traded them. We swapped them out. We swapped them out to... I think we swapped them to... does it have a history here? Recent transactions. So... Oh, that's not the ones. I thought this would show all the transactions. What we did was we earned these coins, and then I swapped them out to Bitcoin. And when it reached a certain value, I sent them out to my Exodus wallet. And therefore, you've literally got Bitcoin, and you haven't put any money down. You've just done a few quizzes. Very easy to do in this. So get on there on Coinbase, do the quizzes. Your portfolio will get up. I mean, my portfolio. Do we have it? Yeah, here we go. At one, look at this. Oh, wait a sec. Sorry, no. That's incorrect. I did put money in there. Sorry, don't think I got $300 from doing quizzes. There was a point there. Where is it? When I first opened my account, was with the quizzes. Just jump straight up. Okay. Anyway, they should be in there with a small amount, usually about $20-30 worth. Get them straight out. Bam, you're done. You've got your first little taste of Bitcoin, and then you just hodl that. Hold on for dear life. And there's another one. You can get a tiny amount of Doge and Zcash every day from this faucet. Use a spam email. Pipeflare. Okay, I don't use Pipeflare. You can join Pirate Chain Discord. They give away free R all day, every day. I made $300 last week in Discord. You got a link to that Discord, dude? Sailing the seas of crypto. You got a link to that Discord? I'll get in there as well. Mr. Abaddon, I didn't know about that. See, what he's getting at is that there are plenty of ways to get in on this if you don't have the money to do it. If you don't have the upfront funding, there are other ways to do it. Faucets, you know, it's a slow drip, but it's free crypto. Yeah, got the link, Mr. Abaddon. I'll join the Pirate Chain Discord as well, if you put that link in the chat. But we are going to move on and learn about Hive blockchain. This was a request. I saw you guys talking about it, actually. Hive blockchain, the blockchain for Web 3.0. Let's make this larger. Hive is an innovative and forward-looking decentralized blockchain and ecosystem designed to scale with widespread adoption of the currency and platforms in mind. By combining the lightning-fast processing time and feeless transactions, Hive is positioned to become one of the leading Web 3.0 blockchains used by people around the world. I earn from faucets on StakeCube every day. You still have done that, Gibbs? I haven't done StakeCube. The faucets I use is Faucet Crypto and freelitecoin.com. That one's pretty dubious though. Faucet Crypto doesn't seem to be too bad. Holding on for dear life or D-Live. Hold on for D-Live. Mr. Abaddon's just getting the link, I guess. So why choose Hive? Fast. Transactions take less than 3 seconds. Scalable. Future-proof resource bandwidth and storage system. Powerful. You do have a StakeCube account though. I do? I cannot recall. Battle tested for 4 years by hundreds of apps, communities, and projects around the world. Okay, so that's a little about Hive. Apparently I have a StakeCube account. StakeCube? Money's too tight for steak. StakeCube? Log in. Money's too tight for steak. Welcome back. I guess I'll have to do this off scene. I don't recall even doing that, dude. But we do have a linky poo here for the Pirate Chain Discord. let me grab that link. I'm gonna open up the Discord. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do that off scene. Actually, no, it's too difficult. I'll do it. I gotta do it now. I powered down all my Hive last year and bought into BTT. Okay. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. I gotta clear my throat. Let me add a public server here. Join a server with an invite. Okay, that's not what I needed. I'm just joining this server now. Literally doing it. I'm doing it off scene, but I'm joining in. Welcome to Pirate Chain. Okay, cool. Well, I'm in there. I'll look at it. I'll look at it again. I'll look at this later, but I did get in there with that link. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Abaddon. I did get in there. Let us move in and learn about Hive. So that's what we saw on their website, but let's move in. Take a look at these videos. I've got 3 videos here talking about Hive. So the first one is from December 24, 2020, Christmas Eve, a couple of years ago. So let's have a look at this.
What is Hive? Hive is a decentralized, public ecosystem and blockchain. It was started by the community with no central authority. There is no corporation or a set team of founders behind Hive. It is only backed by the people who love decentralization, like developers.
NetTV, I will do that. I'll have a look. I'll try to log in. I'll have a look. I'll probably, if I've logged in on Safari before, I'll Chrome maybe. I'll get the details and we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it here, or I'll take a screenshot of that. Go to multi-dots icon at the top and go to community, then go to faucets. Okay, cool. In the Discord, there's a TipSpots channel. You can get a faucet for R and KMD every 4 hours. Okay, cool. In the community chat, the community does drops. Sounds interesting. Let's learn about
Investors, content creators, gamers, NFT lovers, and many more. Hive enables a protocol where users are rewarded for sharing their voice. It's a new kind of attention economy. What is the difference of Hive-based social media from the others? Unlike your mainstream social media projects like Facebook, Twitter, and other social networks, Hive is built to grant accessible opportunity and
I gotta admit, I've used, or I've been looking at this for a while, and so this is based on the Steam blockchain, right? I've not really liked this from the beginning. It seems really fake. Like everybody with these really engaging comments of, man, great video, awesome content, really cool, like great stuff. And they're only doing it to get the upvote. So it's almost as bad as YouTube, right? Like, don't forget to sub for sub crap. That's my opinion on this. But
a degree of ownership to all of its users. Content posted on Hive is subject to time-based monetization. Hive is 100% open source, community-backed, without any private corporation controlling it. It is a censorship-resistant blockchain that enables social media platforms to thrive. These platforms cannot censor posts, suspend, delete, or ban anyone from posting due to its decentralized nature. All content is permanently etched into the blockchain.
Hive is now 58 cents. It used to be 14 in February. YouTube sucks. Boycott it. No need to yell at us. Hendrik, that robot voice says it's a scam. It's not a scam. It's just been around for quite a while. The Steam, like I saw in the comment before, in the chat before, this is what DLive was based off at the beginning. I used to use Steam blockchain with DTube, not even knowing what it was, way back when, back a long time ago. And I hated it. It's like you put up a video and then you get these comments that are just, they're not comments, but they're like cut and paste comments. And all they're doing is going for the upvote. And it's like, it's taking away from the whole thing that is creating content, because the only reason people are commenting is to get the upvote and to then increase their Steam power. I was like, yeah, this is crap. This is crap.
Itself. To make this simple and clear, we can rest assured that no one has the power to delete your content from the Hive blockchain. What is the Hive's advantage over other platforms? Hive allows the easy storage and retrieval of immutable strings of data and information. It supports 3-second zero-fee transactions and is designed to store vast amounts of content and to make it available for time-based monetization. Hive recognizes that transaction fees are often one of the largest challenges to facilitating development and flexibility of use on a blockchain. Instead of requiring potentially costly and inconvenient transaction fees, it uses a novel state-based resource credit mechanism to create a fee-less model. To learn more about Hive, please visit hive.io, and don't forget to subscribe and follow us on our community Hive account.
Bit of a shame that they've gone with a robot voice there, but that's the first video we've got. We've got another one here. Hive blockchain stock will moon. Now this was March 4, 2021. Channel's Brian Makes Benjamins. Interesting channel name. Hive blockchain stock will moon.
The Bitcoin correction is over, and I think we are on the way up. Hey guys, Brian here, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to jump right back into Hive blockchain. And remember guys, this isn't any financial advice, so please do your own due diligence.
I got advice for you, buddy. Your microphone will be better off like that. Vertical, my friend. Just saying. Little advice for you, Benjamin. I'm coming in there. Get him out of there.
And research before investing your hard-earned money into the stock market. So I've been following Hive for a long
stock market
time now. And I made a video a few weeks ago.
Cryptocurrency.
If you want to check that out before jumping
what
into
is that
this
on screen
one,
for you guys? It is, isn't it?
What they do.
My bad. Sorry. Let's
Facilities
get that off there.
And what kind of power they go into.
My bad.
So if you want to go into that first, because I'm not going to really jump into that in this video. We have some updates since then. In most recent news, Hive no longer just mines Ethereum. They also mine Bitcoin. Hive surpassed its mining capacity of 2,000 petahash this year already. So it says right here, Hive blockchain surpasses its Bitcoin mining capacity goal of 2,000 petahash for 2021 to a new level of 2,474 petahash or 2.474 exahash. And how did they do that? They got more miners, guys. That sounded wrong, but they just announced that they bought 10,500 more next generation miners that added an extra 711 petahash to get them to that 2,474 petahash. So in this article, they don't say which companies are actually providing them with the miners, but they say they are coming from two different places, which in my opinion is pretty smart, just in case, you know, one supplier isn't able to get their orders out on time or delivered out on time. They would still be able to get a few from the other company. And then they say here their first supplier will be providing them with 9,000 next generation miners with an aggregate petahash of 666, and that'll be delivered in 5 tranches with 1,000 miners in June and 2,000 miners in each of the months from September all the way to December of this year. And then the second supplier will be providing 1,500 next generation miners with an aggregate petahash of 45 petahash per second. And to me that sounds like it's probably like an older rig, but to be honest, as long as they're getting computing power, I'm with it. And this new equipment is expected to be received and in operation in the next 30 days. They'll all be coming in this month, the month of March, and be fully operational by the end of March. So they also had their investor call yesterday.
Wait a second. In the chat, NetTV says you sold all your Dogecoin. Didn't you see when Elon said he's going to send Doge literally to the moon? They're going to put Dogecoin on the moon. I reckon that will pump it up again, dude.
Second, and I was really happy to get into it because they touched on almost everything that I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear how much Bitcoin they had, how much Ethereum they mined, and the only thing that they didn't really touch on was if they were uplisting or not, and that was a sad part. But let's just go right into their
I think Doge was a sacrifice for the dumbasses.
They generated income from their digital currency mining of $13.7 million, which was an increase of 174% year over year.
And just for comparison, their previous year was only $5.7 million. So they doubled what they did last year already. Their generated gross mining margin was 10.6 million just from digital currencies. And what they mined specifically, they mined 21,500 Ethereum and 165 Bitcoins. They generated a net income of $17.2 million for the period, or 5 cents per share.
Elon is just investing
to 3.4 million
as an experiment,
or 1 cent per share last year. Guys,
either way,
this is great financials, and I am super happy with what Hive is doing. And as of right now, I'm currently only in a few crypto mining stocks, which is Hive, SOS, and Argo. I'm also in 2 staking companies, which is SANP and KR1. These 5 stocks I'm extremely bullish on, but I've always had a soft spot for Hive. And that's probably because it was my first crypto mining company I ever bought. And Hive is currently trading at $4.
So when he's talking about Hive being a crypto mining company, he's talking about the same thing, right? Or is this something different? Yeah, okay, Mr. Abaddon just beat me to it. This isn't Hive blog, this is a stock called Hive. Yeah, I was listening to him going, this isn't right, hey, it doesn't seem to be fitting in. Yeah. I saw that, Gibbs. I didn't care about it anymore. It's a meme coin, better to invest in Litecoin. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, look, I'm wrong here, folks. Let's get this Yahoo out. Talking about something different. So this is huge pop for Hive blockchain, plus 17% in 10 minutes. What the hell? This was from a channel called The Fire Grind from May 1, 2021. Let's have a look.
Welcome back to another update on Hive Chain Block Technologies. And I know in the past couple of videos, I was actually quite bearish about Hive blockchain. And I think it was more so I felt like there's a lot of risk behind the stock. And the price is very volatile. And just looking at some trends from previous Bitcoin bull runs, I was very uncertain if Hive would actually go up from here on out. And also the Bitcoin bull run is, it's starting to get to a point where things look like there's more risk versus reward. It's very uncertain. I tend to be more conservative, and that's why I was a bit more bearish with Hive blockchain stock after the huge drop in the stock that we saw, where the stock peaked around February 19th. And looking at some other trends, and I mentioned in my last video, Hive blockchain didn't exactly
wait till
follow
Mimble
Bitcoin's
Wimble
price. It actually peaked
Litecoin
before
should do
Bitcoin
well.
decided to peak, and I thought that we were getting close to a Bitcoin peak, and therefore this might be the final price or the highest price that Hive blockchain would have. If we look back in the past, we can see that Hive blockchain only reached highs of around $4.71 back in 2017. So with this latest peak in February 19th, 2020 at $6.80, this is a higher price than the previous one. So
Litecoin
really
has gone from
bearishness is more
215
from a
to
risk
381.
mitigation standpoint, I wouldn't sell completely out of
good.
Hive, but just taking a good amount of money off the table. I did sell out of a small portion of my Hive shares at $4.50, but for the most part, I still have over 1,500 shares. Now let's jump into what happened today. As you can see from the chart here, and I showed in the beginning of the video, Hive blockchain stock was on a steady upwards trend.
He's talking about the stock as well.
Day, and then all of a sudden at around 350, literally the last couple of minutes of the trading day, the stock decided to spike. It rose 16.79% within the matter of 10 minutes. And this must mean there's serious volume in Hive stock for it to move that quickly. If we jump over to Webull here, I've got
this is confusing. Hey, this is another stock video. Yeah, it literally is the blockchain. It says it here. Let's take a look at the last one then. Oh, that was the last one I had. This is what we're going to look at next time. Let's not jump into Storm X. Or shall we? The easiest way to earn... Okay, this is probably fitting, right? We took... Look, my thoughts on Hive, it's a little clunky. Like, I know that there's ways to earn money by doing fitness and stuff. I'm sorry, to earn crypto doing fitness. It revolves around you literally making a post with an uploaded thumbnail and an image and then linking everything, and it seems like a lot of work for not much gain. and it looks clunky like 1999 websites look. My tip, well, not my tip, but the way I look at it, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I did touch it without even knowing I was touching it back in the DTube days. I was on DTube. Had a friend of mine who was doing daily DTube content, not DLive, DTube on Steemit. And I just started to sort of see this constant pattern of just gunky, ridiculous content simply for this upvote. And once you got the upvote, you were earning big money and you could cash it out, blah, blah, blah. I was like, man, this takes away from all the cool content creativity and puts everything into that upvote. And I was like, I hate it. I hate it. You write a blog in HTML, literally, yeah. And that's, I just don't like that. I just think it's so dated. It's so dated and it's so terrible looking that it turns me off. So with that in mind, you want another easy way to earn crypto? StormX. No complicated crypto jargon. Just sign up, shop, and start your crypto cashback journey. Who said crypto had to be hard? So here we go. The concept here is obviously you're going to be spending money. You're going to be shopping anyway. You might as well shop with crypto in this StormX platform. I don't know about it. We're going to learn about it right here. Shop and get paid. Yes, you read that correctly. It's really that simple. Just shop as you normally would at any of our 650 plus available stores and receive up to 87.5% crypto cash back. But how? Simply put, we've combined the powers of the blockchain with traditional cash back to create something magical. Better yet, it's so easy anyone can use it. Don't believe it? Just try. Over 750 stores. Let's see a list, my friend. DoorDash, Lego, Lazada, Samsung, eBay, Macy's, Nike, Shopee, Sega, Windows, Uber, Omino. Our partners, there they are. This is where you stop reading and start downloading. But let us not get too sideswiped by their promo page. Let's instead see what this YouTuber has got to say. This is a channel called Altcoin Buzz. This went up in March 29 this year. StormX, 10 reasons why STMX, which is obviously their ticker, will soar.
In this video, we are looking at 10 specific reasons why StormX, ticker STMX, is a gem of an altcoin that must absolutely be on your altcoin radar, if not in your portfolio. It's not financial advice, but we're certainly expressing our own enthusiasm in this project. Its current price sits at about 5.7 cents. But that doesn't quite tell the whole story. It's had an absolute meteoric tear over the course of these last few months. And currently it's sitting at a market cap of 480 million, which means it's sizable. It's grown quite a bit and it is currently sizable. But given all of the partnerships, all of the impressive news that it has both currently under its belt and upcoming, we feel that it's got a lot of runway left. If you haven't...
Quantum Coin Live. Quantum, is that your coin? Given your handle, Quantum Lotus, is that your coin? Quantum Coin Live online store? What's all that about?
Seen our price prediction video or the write-up that the video is based on here on altcoinbuzz.io. You should check that out. It is by Pratik, and I'll link to this in the description.
So I guess this gentleman's talking about buying into the coin, not using the coin, not using the app.
Below. So in this video, again, we're going to provide you guys with 10 specific reasons as to why you should really consider STMX. Again, not financial advice, but this is one that you may not want to pass on.
0.47 right now.
Of this video,
4
we'll be
cents.
discussing all of the impressive partnerships that StormX already has under its belt and those that are still upcoming. And when it comes to partnerships and collaborations with StormX, of course, we're talking about big brands.
I don't believe they use quantum
global
inscription, but it usually works.
So guys,
we can have quantum
if you
code
like this
and
kind of
GP.
content, Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and altcoin reviews, of course, be sure to like and subscribe to Altcoin Buzz.
Altcoin Buzz. Very cool.
StormX is a blockchain project that is aiming to transform the future of freelance work and shopping experiences. It's a revolutionary app and Chrome extension that allows
Freelance work? Didn't see any of that on their main page.
users to earn crypto by doing all kinds of things. For example, shopping, completing tasks, and of course, staking the token STMX.
There you go.
Furthermore, it provides freelancers an open and fair opportunity to earn crypto by completing certain tasks through decentralized smart contracts. And in this review, we're going to dive deep into StormX's technology and its many use cases. First reason to seriously consider StormX. So the project...
She's considering it. Look how considering she is. What did he get to find that image or to find that video? Search terms. Young to middle-aged executive in glasses, pondering skyward. Black hair.
Was previously known as BitMaker, and later on the team decided to rebrand the product and integrate blockchain
That's some
technology
good pondering.
into their app, which introduced the Storm tokens, STMX.
Man, that is some good pondering there, folks. Crikey.
2. StormX's main focus area is micro tasks and exploring ways to gamify that particular sector. Furthermore, the team is supporting this ambition by launching the StormX mobile application. And they've announced some absolutely incredible referral rewards, which you can check out with this article here by Deepika on altcoinbuzz.io. But the idea here is that they're providing users the ability to complete micro tasks and receive compensation.
So it sounds like this came out a while ago, StormX, and then the app came out recently.
Through a smartphone. Very impressively, they have around 75,000 monthly active users currently, and that's a number that's growing pretty aggressively.
That perfectly describes me, Hendrik.
The technology is helpful for freelancers by providing them with steady and stable work. These freelancers are called Storm players on the platform, and they help Storm makers. Moreover, these makers create a global workforce that can be accessed from any internet-connected device worldwide. Reason number 4, the MicroTask platform is fully decentralized and completely transparent. In addition, the platform utilizes smart contracts to execute contract terms in a trustless manner. So effectively, these features help to create an efficient and more cost-effective system. Let's talk about the marketplace a little bit with reason number 5. The StormX makers and Storm players are 2 major participants of Storm Market.
Are we getting this? Players and makers. You don't need to work if you can trade crypto. What that is work.
Storm makers register and pay for the micro tasks or services, while users who perform these tasks and services in exchange for payment are named Storm players. The users can redeem payments as Storm tokens, STMX, and furthermore, Storm tokens can be used in the Storm shop and can be exchanged with other cryptocurrencies, of course. In addition, Storm Market also accepts payments in either Bitcoin or Ethereum. Reason number 7, there are 3 major areas in the Storm Market where users can earn. Number 1, Storm Shop. So this is an innovative platform where users can earn rewards through the purchase of products and services. Users can enjoy lucrative deals by shopping at any of the 750 plus available shops. They can also receive up to 87.5% crypto cash back. 87.5%. And interestingly, its token model lets them pay out higher rewards, up to 2.5 times, to the members as compared to their competitors. That second major area where Storm Market users can earn is Storm Play. That's an Android mobile app that allows users to view the posted micro tasks and available rewards. And usually these rewards are Storm Bolts. However, it can also be either Bitcoin or Ethereum. Finally, Storm Market users can earn by using Storm Gigs. So to participate in ongoing regular program offerings, users can use Storm Gigs. These tasks are the lifeline of the platform, which uses smart contracts, of course, to create agreements between the makers and the players. Furthermore, it has other freelance tasks such as machine learning tasks, quality assurance tasks, and
Is this sounding like anything you guys might be interested in downloading? StormX, the app, checking out the is anybody doing it already? This was a request too. I don't know who put this in the chat. Referral tasks and whatnot, that kind of thing. Looks like it might be interesting.
Others. If ever you're in doubt, you can check out our how-to guide here as far as using StormX, getting the most out of its functionality. This actually from several months ago, but it still applies on altcoinbuzz.io. This article was written up by Ruma. You can refer to this. It's a great resource. I'll link to it in the description below. Let's talk a little bit about the freelancer economy.
It could be like a faucet on steroids.
For our next few reasons. Reason number 8 here to consider StormX and their token STMX. The Storm platform eliminates middlemen by using smart contracts. So it's significantly less expensive for players as well as for makers. And besides, these smart contracts also reduce the dispute resolution cost as well as the risk. Reason number 9. The majority of the world's population today is connected through smartphones. Hence, Storm users can access the platform from any country and receive payments directly to their choice of cryptocurrency wallet. So very impressively, as a result, these features make this platform more than just a cryptocurrency. The team plans to create a complete ecosystem that serves advertisers and users equally. And finally, reason number 10 to consider adding STMX to your altcoin radar, if not your portfolio. The CEO and founder of Storm is Simon Yu, who graduated from the Foster School of Business and got his business experience by working as a financial analyst at companies such as Amazon. Earlier, he founded Seattle's first and best Korean-Mexican fusion food truck. Sounds tasty. The founder's vision is to create a decentralized marketplace for micro tasks, which will operate similar to the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store for freelancers and for shopaholics of the world. As this application relies on a give and take model, there is a strong chance for the success of the app. And in addition, users can also earn Storm, Ethereum, or even Bitcoin. So there you have it, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Those are some of our reasons as to why
I mean, I'll probably investigate this. It looks interesting, right?
we're bullish
I sometimes buy stuff on eBay, and was Amazon on there as well? That kind of thing?
on the future of StormX as well as the STMX token, especially the token, in my opinion. But now let's kind of flip the coin a little bit and take a look at some of the partnerships, both those that they've struck up and those that are upcoming. And
okay, well, we won't need to worry about that. Let's take another look at a separate video because it's always good to get multiple opinions here. Now, on the flip side, this article or this YouTube video came out recently, more recently, April 25, 2021, why I sold all my StormX. So we've just seen why you should get onto that hodl and hold that crap. Now this guy's like, nah, I got rid of mine, and here's why.
In this video, I'm going to be talking about why I sold all my StormX tokens. StormX, for anybody who doesn't know, is a cryptocurrency that...
This guy already gets my attention because he's chill, but he's already has a bit one channel only.
It is kind of the native token to stormx.io. Now, what stormx.io is, it's a website that gives you cash back, which is very popular among people. A lot of people like cash back with credit cards. They like cash back shopping sites and discount sites. But they've actually done it a little bit better. They actually they did a couple things really well. One, they gamified it. So, the more StormX tokens you hold, the bigger discounts you get in terms of cash back on purchases.
NetTV, Gibbs, go to MTAG, put some babes playing beach volleyball. Let's see the viewers quadruple. Come on, man. Are you boozing NetTV? You having a few drinks, man?
They're partnered with a lot of great retailers. I think they may have just lost Walmart, but I mean, they had Walmart, AliExpress, DHgate. Adidas website is 15% off cash back. And instead of giving you cash back in fiat or US dollars, they give you cash back in crypto. So a lot of things I really liked about this project. One,
had to cut my way out. You did well.
Normal people can wrap their heads around and understand. A lot of these projects in crypto are like, we're doing something in medical research, or we're doing this bridge between these two different networks.
Hold the wheel, man. That doesn't look like it's a Tesla.
And it goes over the head of, most normies, most normal people, most new people to cryptocurrency. Pretty much everybody, if you don't use cashback shopping sites, you at least know what they are. So I like that the project catered to...
This guy's got no belt on either. This guy's a lunatic. No hands, no belt. I bet he's got no pants on as well, right? Look, this guy's an absolute maniac.
The masses. I thought they had some really good partnerships. I like how they kind of gamified it. there were a lot of cool things they had going for it. Another kind of use case, I could see drop shippers potentially using it because, drop shippers don't...
2 million lost Wall Street Bets forum members crypto scam. I'm not going to open that link, but anybody else is welcome to.
Always work on great margins. They're always trying to find extra ways to squeeze out a little bit of money, whether that be using a cashback credit card or using a cashback credit card and doing their buying through a site like StormX. Drop shipping margins might only be 10 or 20%, but if you can get an extra, 5% back through StormX and another 5% back through a cashback credit card, I mean, you can really make your margins a lot better. And I also initially liked the fact that StormX had an affiliate program. So by no means am I here to trash StormX, but I see there being an opportunity cost. I see better gains in other coins, and I see a couple big problems with StormX. So that's what I wanted to talk about in today's video. So let's get right on into this. So,
man, that sounds funny when he drives over those dead bodies. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Rev Jim have 72 viewers. Why? I guess Rev Jim has a good crew of committed viewers.
I learned, I've had my eye on StormX for a while. I don't recall how I initially heard about it. I wound up buying into the project shortly after that. JRNY, or Journey Crypto, mentioned StormX, and the price surged. I don't know if it was solely on him. It was kind of catching a buzz prior to him talking about it, but it definitely didn't hurt him talking about it. So after he mentioned it, within 24, 48 hours, it surged from like a penny and a half, 2 pennies, up to 7 or 8 cents. Lately it's been trading at 6 or 7 cents. So I don't know how much of the pump, how much of the excitement was simply due to a big YouTuber and a big influencer like him mentioning it. But here's the problems that I see with the coin. So initially when I bought into it, I got excited about the opportunity to stake. That's another cool thing it had going for it, is at the time you could earn 17.5% by staking the coin. Well, in order to enter the contract, it cost me like $17 in order to enter staking, which, I didn't like paying it, but I'm like, oh, whatever, I'm probably going to hang on to this for the long haul. And I think more than anything, I was just kind of excited and rushed into it. Well, fast forward a couple weeks, for a variety of reasons that I'm going to discuss here, I decided to get out of the StormX coin, and lo and behold, to my surprise, to unstake from the project, it was going to cost me something like $80 in Ethereum fees. Anywhere from 80...
Bugger. There you go, folks. On the Ethereum chain, do we really want to get into it? It's going to cost you a lot to transact.
to $150. Now, obviously Ethereum fees fluctuate, but you would either, in order to make this worthwhile, either ETH fees would have to be a whole lot lower, you'd have to be staking a ton of StormX.
If a staking coin gives more than 5 to 7%, it's not going to last, or it's a scam. The dude in this video is American and living in Europe? Why would you say that?
Or you'd have to be in it for a long, long time. And none of those wound up being my situation. So unless you have big money or you're in this project forever, I don't see a whole lot of point in staking, or at least until Ethereum gas fees come down. So that's one problem with it. And the staking fees make staking not really feasible for the vast majority of people. Because let's be honest, like, how many people have huge money in crypto, let alone huge...
Oh, you're asking, dude. Oh, that's... You know what would like clarify that was a question? A freaking question mark! Right-hand drive net TV. Yeah, it's a right-hand drive vehicle. But the streets... Oh, yeah, there's your answer. It's not... He's flipped his video. Look at the street sign there. Look at the building, the facade of the building. It's backwards. So he's American in America, but he's flipped his video horizontally. 4,300 ETH. Ooh, heck yeah.
Money in a sub 100 coin like StormX. So that's one issue I see with StormX. Here's another problem I see with StormX. What they're doing is really cool.
This guy's a lunatic. Eh? He's fully doing a one-take video in his vehicle. He seemed to be driving pretty quick too, driving over like speed bumps, and he's got no belt on.
But they have no moat. And what I mean by that is StormX is cool, right? You have to shop through a gateway. You have to shop through their website to get your payment, to get your cash back. And even then, people are waiting 2 weeks, a month, 6 weeks, depending on what store you buy through, to get their cash back. I think most people would like that cash back, if not instantly, in a shorter period of time. A lot of people get worried they're not going to get the money back at all when they.
You're a traffic Nazi. No, I'm just observing. I'm just observing. I saw it. I wondered too. You guys talking about ETH? You wanted the dip to 220. I sold mine at 2.3. Net TV, you need to learn the hodl, man.
Account immediately, and I understand why StormX does this. They're probably making their money off of an affiliate model, and they're not getting paid for 30 days or 60 days in arrears. And if you wind up returning the product, they're not going to wind up getting.
I'm joking, but you guys do get tickets for every. Yeah, we do.
So I understand why they're.
I mean, I would never drive without a belt on, not because of the ticket possibility, but the safety of it, right? If he has an accident or if someone hits him, you're in Australia, you're rooted at that point. Hey, like you're completely screwed. A belt, they know this from research. The seatbelt saves your life nearly every time. But he's just going off. He's like, nah, I don't care.
Doesn't mean that consumers necessarily like them doing this. So that's another problem with the coin. Another problem with the coin, like I kind of started alluding to, they have no moat. So if Crypto.com, if Coinbase, if Voyager, heck, even if Visa or MasterCard, if somebody else who's more integrated into the payment space winds up offering crypto cash back, I don't want to say it kills StormX because there's cashback credit cards and people still use cashback shopping sites. But with StormX, somebody does have to go to stormx.io and connect their wallet and log in and shop through the portal. Whereas if I can get a Coinbase.com debit card or credit card that has the cash back built right into it, and I get it on all.
A seatbelt would have killed me in a crash I had, Gibbs. Really? You had a pretty bad accident without a seatbelt, and they told you the seatbelt would have killed you? People can't wear belts, and people have died from wearing a seatbelt. Yeah, interesting. I guess there's two sides to every coin. I'm learning that now. By the way, the more he talks about this, the less interested in StormX I am. You might think I don't know, whatever, but I would rather this kind of a crypto video than some dude with a big green screen and all the statistics. This guy's just telling it like it is. He's sitting in his car. He's not even sitting in his car. He's driving his car and giving us the advice that he's got. And he's talking me out of it. I was thinking about installing it just to see what happens. Yeah, he's talked me out of it, to be honest.
Purchases, not just select retailers, or even if it is only on select retailers, but all I have to do is make a purchase. I don't actually have to shop through a specific portal. I can use it at brick and mortars, etc. That's way better than StormX, and obviously with Visa and MasterCard and other credit card companies getting into
the steering column would have gone straight through me if I wasn't thrown out. Siri's in my bathroom answering. I said steering column, you stupid smart speaker.
I think it's only.
Shut up. You shut up. I said steering column, and she chirps up with whatever she wants from the bathroom. Crypto.com and Binance also have cashback on their debit cards. Yeah. I did know that. And I wouldn't do it for that because I don't really shop too much like that. But you know my mantra, you're going to have to use a browser. You're going to have to use this. You're going to have to use that. You might as well get paid in crypto. That's what I was thinking with this. I do shop a little on eBay and a little here and there on Amazon. Might as well get something back, right? That's how I was kind of thinking.
Only a matter of time until we start to see cashback cards that give you cash back on all your purchases. Maybe they'll give you more crypto cash back on certain categories, but you're likely going to get it on all purchases and even purchases at brick and mortars.
Visa is coming out, right? There you go. Yep.
I'm not going to say it destroys StormX, but it definitely takes away.
You want cash back at BNB or STRX? Yeah, right. Okay.
Less attractive. One of the things that got me excited about StormX from the very beginning was the affiliate program. A lot of the biggest companies out there today grew in large.
The steering wheel broke off my chest and was thrown out of the car. Ooh, crikey, Net
The
TV.
reason Shopify is the big name in e-commerce. BigCommerce
Sounds hectic,
is
man.
a better platform than Shopify, but Shopify really utilized affiliates to get their name out there. and the affiliates kind of made Shopify a household name. A lot of the Shopify affiliates are influencers or developers and really push the Shopify platform to their clients. And you know, all the guides and tutorials and things like that on YouTube are about Shopify. So if I'm thinking about what platform to go into and all the developers are on Shopify, all the YouTube guides and tutorials are on Shopify, I'm probably going to go to Shopify. So I did like that StormX had an affiliate program, but if you actually dig into the details of the affiliate program, in order,
you know, M-tagged, I was going to say something about Siri. Yeah, hold off on that, Henry.
Gold member, StormX. You have to be a gold StormX member, which means you have to hold, I believe it's 310,000 StormX tokens, which is over $18,000. Now, on top of that, not only do you have to hold over $18,000 worth of StormX, but the person you refer does as well. So, in terms of all the people out there, how many people have $18,000 to their name? Period. Not that many. Even among those people who have a substantial amount of money in crypto, you know, StormX, you know, again, I'm not trying to shit on the coin, but let's be honest, it's a sub top 100 coin. I'm not going to say it's a shit coin, but it's not a top 3 coin. It's not a top 20 coin. It's not a top 50 coin. So even if you had $100,000 in cryptocurrency, which I think is a fairly substantial amount, the chances of you having $18,000 in StormX is slim to none. Now,
I was 14 years of age. Dude,
you
definitely shouldn't have been driving.
What are the chances that somebody brand new to StormX that you refer is going to go ahead and dump 18 grand worth of StormX, worth of money into the StormX token? I mean, the chances of you having 18 grand worth of StormX plus any new person you refer having 18 grand worth of StormX is basically next to zero. So the affiliate program, well, I like affiliate programs, and while I do think it's a good marketing tactic and a good method for growth, you know, their affiliate program is basically non-existent. So I would like to see them improve that. You know, obviously when StormX was worth a lot less money, you know, when StormX was at a penny, you know, obviously it would have been less money, but, you know, 310,000 StormX tokens, even when StormX was a lot cheaper, it was still a fairly decent amount of money to have in StormX. And then lastly, the other thing that I kind of don't really like about the StormX token is kind of the community itself, right? Like, one of the things that kind of turns me off to crypto, and I think turns a lot of people off to crypto, is how clickbaity the space is, right? Like, everybody loves clickbait. I know, you know, all social media.
Car was almost brand new. Parents were not happy. You just took your parents' car out for a bit of a fun run at 14 years of age. Almost killed yourself.
But I mean, pretty much since the beginning, every crypto
Damn, Net TV.
Like, this anonymous Wall Street guy you've never heard of says Bitcoin could hit $1 million by the end of the year. You know, Bitcoin is crashing, Bitcoin's surging. You know, coin moves 1%, 2%, and we're seeing articles about Bitcoin's crashing, crypto's crashing. There's so much hype and everything like that, but especially and even more so in the StormX community.
Glad you made it. I couldn't work that out. Quantum flag, you made it. I was like, what?
Would StormX go to $10? Why? You know, my bullish case for why StormX could go to $10. For StormX to go to $10, when they got an $8 billion market, you know, it's been a while since I've run through the numbers. I remember I ran through them before, but in order for StormX to hit $10, either the entire crypto space would have to grow 100.
You broke your little toe. That's all you. That's the only damage.
Would have to become a.
Go to your room.
Probably like a top.
That would have definitely been a go to your room. Go to your room, Net TV.
So people saying like StormX.
I was grounded big time right on.
In the next couple of months, or even this bull run, or even this year, you know, are just crazy. And when I, you know, call somebody out on it or actually break down the numbers, and they're like, dude, here's what would have to happen for that to happen. You know, people be like, oh, well, I was just joking. Well, why are you joking about that? It just makes the community look like a bunch of circle jerking idiots. And if I was somebody new who heard about the StormX token, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'm going to check out the subreddit and kind of see what people are talking about. When I hear like level...
Mayfa with the follow. Hey, Mayfa. Thanks for following the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. And why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Thanks for the follow.
I had it staked through Trust Wallet, and I didn't have a bunch of Ethereum in that wallet.
My dad made me go to school the next day hobbling with a walking stick. Thanks, Pop.
Coin, so I sat on it for weeks.
How long does this video go for?
Then one day
Where's this guy driving to?
Send it without unstake.
Oh, it's almost finished.
That's my fault, but I did that transaction failed, wound up losing like $60 there. Another thing, if you wanted to unstake your StormX or even cash out your rewards, that's going to cost you Ethereum fees as well. So that's
the big red flag for me, the Ethereum fees. Honestly, if this was on like Bitcoin or if it was on Tron or whatever, I might be more inclined, but I'm not getting pummeled by Ethereum just to do their transactions. I'm already getting that with Hex. Not again, right? Not again.
I think all in all, it wound up cost me $100, $120 to stake and then unstake my StormX. Fortunately, I did get in at like a penny and a half, 2 pennies.
I got nicknamed Crash.
7 or 8 cents. But all in all, just not, I went from being really excited about this project to much less excited.
Hendrik, I took my mum and dad's Merc to school, a few joy rides and a few jumps. It went well, they never knew. Crikey. Ah, the innocence of youth.
By it, and especially, StormX is sitting at like 6 cents right now, as the BNB Binance token is surging towards, surging towards $600.
610 for you. Got to say goodnight. No worries, Davo.
Going nuts.
Take care, man. Thank you, dude.
And so I'm kind of glad with my decision to get out and get into some other coins. So there's just my thoughts on StormX. If you disagree with me, let me know.
What a cool video. Just made a video. He's driving all that way to get fuel or something. That's cool. So yeah, that's my take on that. I'm not gonna touch StormX. I enjoyed learning a little about it. Thought it looked interesting. It's on the Ethereum blockchain. Hell no. Not touching it. Not touching it. Well, folks, that pretty much wraps it up for the stream today, cryptocurrency style. I'm zapped out, I'm tapped out, I'm zonked out, I'm yonked out, I'm all over it. My head is all buzzy, my throat's all crunchy. Thanks for being here with me for the learn. We did learn a bunch today. Just in summary, Tezos would be something that I might, if I had an extra couple of hundred, I might chuck some down on Tezos. I don't have it right now, but I might dig around and see if I can come up with a couple of hundred and bop it onto Tezos. Not interested in Hive blockchain. We do have the link to the Discord for the pirate cash faucets and crap. I'm going to look at that. But that pretty much covers it up there to StormX. I'm not going to touch that either. Thanks, Ben. Thank you, Zook. Thank you. Goodbye, all. Folks, there are 16 Yahoos watching the content right now. Who's live on the D-Live machine who would appreciate a 16-viewer hosty host? I'll let you guys decide who that is. And while you're deciding, I want to thank the financial contributions to this content. Wow! There's one there. I do this full time, so I appreciate when you wow at me the way you do. Now, I appreciate the simple fact that you are wowing at me, not the size of the wow. However, when you look to your own chit chat, you can clearly see the top 3 contributors. This is something D-Live highlight. This is a D-Live highlighted. Look to your chat. Just look up there. I'm looking at mine now. I see Van Frick, I see Zooksky, and I see Comtech. Wow! Hendrik, thank you, Hendrik. Thank you, NetTV. Look at them. Van Frick, Zooksky, and Comtech. Thank you so much for the contributions that you've made to this stream today. Much appreciation. Zooksky says Bumblebee. I'm going to give Bumblebee a host. Do we have a link to Bumblebee? Do we have a link? Do we have a link? Do we have a little linky poo to Bumblebee's channel in the chit chat? We do not. Do I have his handle out handy? No, I do not. Bumblebee. Davo, thank you, my friend. I'll just search for Bumble. Bumblebee Gaming. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is, folks. Bumblebee Gaming.
Let me. This is wait.
There he is. He's live. Excuse me. Hope that gets better soon. Let us pop his handle in here. This is going to give us a confirmation warning right there. Next thing's going to happen, folks. My stream's going to be going offline. It's going to say Gizmin is offline and hosting Bumblebee Gaming. There'll be a yellow bar. Top of the screen, it'll say visit channel. You got to click that. When you do, Put the words, feel the gives, love. Let them know where you're coming from. I'll see you all tomorrow on the stream ski. Ah, shit, yeah. I swore. Whoops.